Encourage them to call 811 at least 3 full working days before they dig. 811 is free, it's safe, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Greenville Utilities and this station.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
It's me, Nancy Garcia.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Excitement time! Clam down! Clam down! Clam down! Clam down! Pirates are going dancing, baby!
They picked us last. They picked us last. And now we're going dancing. We're going dancing.
How about those friggin' Pirates?
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, welcome in to Pirate Radio Live on this Victory Monday. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930, online, pr927fm.com. And watch the show, be a part of the show on Facebook Live and YouTube. If you have a question for Jacob Jenkins Cowart or Josh Moylan, you can get those in right now on Facebook and YouTube. And we'll ask the guys as they hang out on this Delcor Players Lounge edition of Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes is here, the Chan Man, the big dog Glenn Griffin. And we are here to recap the ECU baseball weekend, talk March Madness, and a whole lot more. So thanks for tuning in here on this Monday. Some news as we come on the show. Another week, another pitcher of the week in the American from East Carolina. This time it is Josh Groves after his performance on Sunday. For whatever reason, the baseball gods, Mother Nature, does not want him to have his complete game. You think about last Sunday, he was working into the 8th, had a couple of walks there. He said if he could have got through that inning, he probably would have gone out and finished the deal. Couldn't quite get it done. Yesterday, he was absolutely cruising, and then the rain came, and it washed out the remainder of the game, but the Pirates win in 8 innings against George Mason. But, man, Josh Groves was awesome once again. The entire pitching staff was awesome once again. We'll talk about that on today's program. We'll talk about the hitting, too, with Jacob Jenkins Cowart. Jacob, good to see you. How you doing, man?
Great. How are you?
Doing great, and that is kind of a shame that Groves couldn't get that first complete game shutout yesterday.
Yeah, definitely. But it was electric to watch.
We were talking in the press box about how, all right, we're looking at when the rain's coming in. Are we going to be able to get this thing in? Let's get a quick game going here, get at least 5 innings so we can make the official game. I know you're trying to focus on what you can control and all that, but is that in the back of your mind too? Like, how many innings are we playing today? That kind of thing?
Yeah. Saturday night, when Coach G told us we were playing at 11, we kind of figured, we never know if we're going to get the whole game in, and he told us like we really need to get going early just in case.
And it worked out for East Carolina, and Josh Groves helped that too. He had at least 4, maybe 5, 1, 2, 3 innings. That's got to be great for you guys out in the field too, right? That you're out there, you're back in the dugout, back with a bat in your hand. That's got to help the whole flow of things.
Yeah, and it is actually crazy. He had, I think, 4, maybe 5 innings in a row of exactly 11 pitches. So it was like 33 pitches.
Yeah.
44.
You don't want to stand around for walks, hits.
Yeah.
You like to get right back in the dish and get your swings in. So just some awesome work this weekend by Gross, Spivey, Yasavage. Pretty much what we've come to expect. Even the midweek, Garrett Saylor had been great starting. Zach Root starts last midweek, pitches well. Saylor probably has his best performance of the year before he had to leave the game. So pitching has been phenomenal for you guys.
Yeah, it's a complete turnaround from last year. Not that our pitching was bad last year, but we used a lot of guys last year all the time, and this year, like we talked about it, Coach Knight was talking about it, like some guys in the bullpen that are really good aren't pitching that much, but it's because we have a starter going to the 7th or 8th every game. It's hard to get everybody in the game, but those guys are just, they keep working, and they're keeping at it and just waiting for their name to be called.
Much more routine, traditional pitching style this year with your starters. Last year you had 2 shortstops pitching, you had a closer starting in Mayhew, and whatever worked, and it led to, of course, a regional, super regional, and you guys were able to figure it out. But much more traditional sense this year, and it has been fantastic for ECU as they sweep George Mason. Lost another one to those pesky Campbell Fighting Camels. And let's go back to that game. First of all, how was your experience at Segra Stadium? How cool was that?
I liked it. It was a really nice stadium. The grass was really soft, very short, and you'd expect it to be kind of hard.
Yeah.
It was so short. It was like a carpet. It was.
Did that play weird, or just something you noticed?
Really. It was just interesting. It felt like your feet were sinking in if you stood in the same spot too long.
Had to move around a little bit. Quicksand out there.
Yeah.
And then Campbell gets the win. That's 2 now. But you got one more against those guys.
We have them at home coming up.
Yeah. And the rankings show that they are a good team. They're top 15 now. You guys have moved up top 8 in the D1 baseball rankings. Not that you know or care, right?
No, I didn't know that.
All right. Well, just let that go right over your head and don't even worry about it. Doesn't mean anything, as we know from last year and previous years. But it is good to know that East Carolina getting recognized for all the great work they do. And you've received individual achievements in your career here, and that's a good one for Groves. We'll ask them about it next week. It'll be a week old, but I know you guys all feel the same way. Kind of like, hey, we'll celebrate those after the season, I guess.
Yeah, we're more focused on celebrating the win column.
So you had a full Sunday just about. That's kind of rare for you guys. After it was called, you started early. Game was called around 1 o'clock or so.
Yeah.
So, what was your the rest of your Sunday like? Do you know what to do with yourself there?
So usually it goes. We play at 1, usually 2 sometimes, and I procrastinate my homework until about 9 o'clock. But I got my homework done by 5 o'clock. And
nice.
Played so much Fortnite.
So much Fortnite.
So much. It was awesome.
And now you were about to sprain your thumbs playing MLB The Show, I understand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was huge into that. We had a league with Igo and Glenn and a lot of folks. I think it started even before the COVID year, but during COVID, that is pretty much what I did when I went home when I wasn't hanging out with my family. I was in my room playing the show. Hadn't played it since, but so that comes out this week?
Yep, comes out tomorrow. Some guys, yeah, like Josh Moylan's already got early access. He's already grinding.
Do you consider that cheating or just good preparation?
Preparation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you guys play against each other?
We can.
Team up? What do you do?
We can, but most of us are just playing online.
Yeah, the Diamond Dynasty.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Assembling your team. I need to pull it up. I made some ECU uniforms and hats one year when I was really into it. But yeah, it is a lot of fun. Do you make yourself on the game or do you play with big leaguers?
You can make a creative player. I don't. Last year I made a player, but he was not like me. It was just he was 6'8", 340 pounds, and he was a monster.
Good baseball bod on that guy. Yeah.
He was a catcher, switch hitting catcher. At the game.
Playing with the Braves, any at all?
No. My team last year was the Atlanta Braves. We'll go with that.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Did you go against the Braves?
No.
Okay, all right. By the way, I met your mother this weekend before game. She said hello. Said she enjoys the conversation and segments, and she called you. I said, man, Jacob's awesome. He's fun to talk to. And she said you were a big old goober.
Oh, yeah. Goober all the time.
Yeah, you've got goober-like qualities.
He's just a goober. Just like that.
That's a term
They're probably
of
watching
endearment.
right now. They asked what time I'd be on.
Yeah, here with the goober himself, Jacob Jenkins Coward. William brings up a play from yesterday. The arm, the hose, the cannon was unleashed yesterday in right field, and William says, way to go on that hose from right. Way to let it eat. That feel good coming out of the hand yesterday?
Yeah, so if you watch the clip back, I actually didn't field it very cleanly. It skipped on me. The grass was a little wet, but I managed to get a glove on it, and then didn't really have much momentum, so I kind of had to just all-arm it.
Yeah. It wasn't one of those where you catch it going forward, either in the air or off the ground. You were almost flat-footed. Mm-hmm. And
it ate me up a little bit. I had to break down to not let it get by me.
Craig,
rather safe than sorry.
Craig says, do you prefer hitting bombs or throwing out runners at the plate?
I don't know. I really am so interested in throwing. I asked Coach Knight if I can throw a bullpen every week, and he never says yes. That's never going to happen, but I love throwing so much. It's weird. I love watching pitchers throw.
Do you? So have you been timed on a gun before? Like
in high school, I was like low 90s one time, but then I couldn't throw strikes, so I never pitched again.
But that's got to be pretty cool to see 91, 92 beside your name there, right?
Yeah.
I had another question I just forgot, so I'll get to this. Craig says, what length and weight bat do you swing?
34-inch, 31-ounce, and then the wood bat I swing is 34-inch, 32-ounce.
Do you have a preference on what you like hitting with more?
Wood or metal?
Yeah.
Metal is more forgiving, so I think, especially when I'm like working on hitting, we use wood a lot because you got to be really. You can really feel when you don't hit the ball well or you do. So I like wood better.
I think yesterday Starling did not get all of one. Might have jammed him a little, but nearly took one out to left. I'm going to ask Moylan about this because he hit one to center yesterday for a home run. But, the ones you yank out to right are gone, like when you hit them.
Yeah.
When you hit one to center, do you know you got it, or do you, like us, have to kind of watch it go?
No idea.
Yeah.
That's
a long ways.
Never hit one out to center here.
Really?
Not in BP ever.
How about Oppo?
I've hit a couple Oppo with the wind aided.
Joey Barini.
Yeah.
Showing folks how to go Oppo yesterday.
Yeah, he's got sneaky power.
Shaq. We'll get to nicknames in a moment. I had a question about nicknames. Craig says, other than being in the major leagues, what is your dream job? So outside of baseball, what would you say your dream job is?
Well, I was going to go with college baseball coach, but so if we're going outside of baseball, I really would love to be a golf course landscaping manager.
Okay.
I really enjoy grass, the different types of grass, maintaining, manicuring, stuff like that.
All right, cool. My wife's from South Jersey, so I saw this headline, and but Mike Trout is from that area, and he and Tiger Woods are getting together to design a golf course in Vineland in South Jersey.
Wow.
I just saw. So there's
Mike Trout was almost a Pirate.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Some claim him as if he was. He was a commit. Mackenzie Gore, commit.
Womack has met him plenty of times when he was on his visits. Talked about him being in the team room, stuff like that. It's crazy.
Should we blame Zach Womack for him not coming here? He hung out with Womack too much? Dang it, Zach. Man, why couldn't we get somebody else here on his visit? Just kidding. Zach Womack's the man.
Yeah.
I shouted him out on PA yesterday when all the fans had left, and he was the only one walking on the field. So I had control of the mic and nobody to talk to before they finally called that one yesterday. Pirates sweeping George Mason over the weekend. If you have questions, comments for JC, you can get them in now. Christian says it's like we got three Worrells in the outfield. We've got some arms out there, and then when they go defensive replacements, and we saw Carter Cunningham make back-to-back good plays in right yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's really coming on too. Carter's having a solid year for you guys.
Yeah, we have what you'd call a good problem in the outfield because we have 5 outfielders that are like everyday players anywhere else. It's crazy. And we can run out a new combination every game, and I think it's going to be the same result. So it's really good to have.
Very good problem, and Mike could say the same for the infield.
Yeah.
We're starting to see more. See a little bit of Dixon Williams hit here and there, but you see the pinch runners come in later in games with Chrisman and guys like that. Still waiting. What does Cam Burgess have? And the Cam Clonch fills in for Moylan both Friday and Saturday. We'll talk to Josh. How bummed was Josh that he was unable to go Friday and Saturday? Yeah, he just play the show the whole time and get better than you?
No, he actually took game notes. He watched the game, took game notes, and then the next day, talked to individual hitters. I talked to him about my bats from the day before, so it was really cool.
That's good to stay a part of it like that. Did you know you could be ejected from a game that's already ended?
I did not. That blew my mind because I was on deck when it happened, and I was like, "What were we doing?"
Yeah, it's like you're out of here. Like no kidding, the whole team's out. We're leaving, dude. What do you want me to do?
He did the finger through him, and I'm like, "What do you mean? It's over."
We're all heading there. We're all out of here. But yeah, Cliff Godwin unable to coach. So what was that like with Colby Bortles at first and Palumbo at third on Friday?
So usually Bortles is in the dugout, and we talk to him about at bats and stuff like that. So Coach P also gives signs differently, which is different. It's all numbers, but he, instead of like 3, 2, 3, he goes 3 sideways 2, 3. It's awesome. It's different.
Head to the side. There you go. A little switch up, little different voice. Worked out for a Pirate victory on Friday night. And Cam Clonch obviously did a great job filling in for Moylan, part of that good problem that JC talked about. Jonathan says center field at Clark LeClaire is where fly balls go to die.
Absolutely.
I think I've only seen line drive homers go out of center field. He says he remembers Agnos hitting 1 or 2 to center, but they were low line drives. So.
That is exactly right.
How about like BP and stuff? You no? Wow. Yeah.
I've never done it.
How about that? Josh says, I was still in the jungle and heard you call out Womack. Good. I'm glad somebody heard me. He said also JC's throw was very Burley-esque. Yeah, did look a little bit like Alec Burleson hosing guys down from outfield. Of course, he was a pitcher too, so he was just throwing strikes to the catcher from the outfield. Craig says, last question. Doesn't have to be your last, Craig. You can ask more. Who is the player that excites you that has not seen the field yet or has seen very limited time on the field?
I'm going to go with 2 guys here. Cam Murphy is the best practice player I've ever had as a teammate. He is busting his butt every day, laying out. He takes some of the best BP. And then also...
Before we move on, so we've seen him pinch run, I believe.
Yes,
what position does he play?
He's middle infield, sometimes third base. He's also worked in the outfield with us because he's basically a utility guy. But
gotcha.
Yeah, when he gets his shot, it is going to be fun to watch because he gets after it every day.
You know that sounds like from last year, Luke Nowak. Like he pinch ran some, and we heard those same kind of similar things from people. So just interesting and now he's a staple in the lineup.
Yeah.
So. All right, number 2.
Number 2 is Jaden Winter. He's pitched a little bit, but like we said, like when our starters are going in the 7th, 8th inning, it's hard to get everybody in the game. But Jaden has electric stuff, and you saw him close out. Was it Missouri State 2 weeks ago? No, it was the midweek against William and Mary. He had a 2-inning save, which was electric.
Saw the first appearance of Landon Ginn this year. The other night. Speaking of closing things out and. He's got some stuff, doesn't he? Or at least some velocity.
He has got electric stuff as well. I love watching him pitch.
We asked you this preseason, but who do you struggle with on the Pirate pitching staff when you're doing your inter squads and things like that? Like, who's got your number?
Trey Savage.
Okay.
It's absurd.
Your numbers are not good against him?
No, but for probably.
Johnny's our stats guy. Johnny Stats. Johnny Robertson says the Pirates have outscored their opponents 44-4 in the 8th inning. Only Indiana and Georgetown have scored in the 8th, according to Johnny.
The stats to consider.
I will consider that. How about that stat? That just shows you guys are playing great at the end of ball games.
Mm-hmm. Defense and pitching.
Johnny says favorite breed of dog for a pet. That's a good question, Johnny.
I don't know. I had a German Shepherd and 2 Pomeranians when I was little, but I think I'm gonna be a big dog guy.
Man, I think you weren't here, or you weren't at trivia a couple weeks ago, Chandler. A lady out on the deck at AJ's had a Great Dane, and just seeing those things live,
too big. It's like a horse.
It is like you could literally ride it if you wanted to. It is insane to see those things in public or in person. Josh has another question. He says, have you got to meet Colby's brother? For those that don't know, his brother is Blake Bortles.
I have not. We joke about him with it, so little stuff, but no, I have not. I haven't seen him here. We did actually. I think I had the chance last year when we played at UCF, and I didn't take that opportunity. Just kind of saw him from a distance and was like, that is Blake Bortles.
Pretty talented family. NFL quarterback and another son coaching, a brother coaching in college baseball. Susan says, hello from Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Hello, Susan. I would be angry that you're there, but it's kind of a gray day here, but it's weather-wise, it's not bad, so I'm not super jealous you're in Mexico, but it would be cool doing the show from there, I would say. Craig appreciates your time and quality answers.
Thank you, Craig.
Yep, you got it, Craig. Anything on YouTube? Let's see what's going on over there. Atticus, former intern here, great guy. Growing up a Braves fan, is it odd knowing that in a couple years he could be drafted by a different organization and eventually face the Braves as an opponent? Is that?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's like I was a Duke fan growing up, but now I hate Duke.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a Pirate fan now.
Things change in life and in your different stages. So, great answer, JC. He could be a scumbag Philadelphia Philly in a few years. No, I'm just kidding. Would it be weird, JC, that now I'm a fan of yours and 5 years from now I might not be, depending on the team you're on?
Is it going to be like that?
So personally, of course I'm a fan of you, but it's like Dwayne Harris, my all-time favorite ECU football player. He is a Cowboy returning punts against Washington. I don't like that. I can't root for that.
Yeah.
Then he goes to the freaking Giants, and they're in the. I can't root for the guy. I will root for you, but I'll root for your team to lose. That's just. I mean, that's
fair.
Okay, thank you. You understand. You know how it is.
So, let's say you're a Braves fan, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Let's say if I was on the Phillies and hit a walk-off home run against the Braves, are you happy or upset?
Upset.
But you said you're cheering for me.
I got my team just lost, but one of my favorites from East Carolina hit the home run. That's just the spot I don't want to be in. If I'm in that spot,
it's tough.
I'll probably do a funny tweet cursing your name or something. The best of both worlds. Try to make it funny, but no. Obviously, I want you to have awesome success in your future. That's a conundrum, though. Look. I've known the Braves 40 years, Jacob. I've known you for 2.
Yeah, that's fair.
You expect me to just give you all my loyalty after 2 years? I don't think so, buddy. Let's see. Now here's the JC Love Fest. Jenny says JC is one of our favorite players. Nicole says us too. He's so fun to watch. That's nice. That's fun to hear. You are a fan favorite, right? The mustache, the goober mentality.
Goober, yeah.
Like you can, people can identify with you. You're like a regular guy.
I like to try not to be a baseball player to people. Try to be just a person.
And Tommy says, much love from home, Jake. So proud of you. That's cool to hear too.
Shout out Tommy Lynn.
Tommy Lynn
Sullivan.
How about, JC, if you do get too big for your breeches and 5-6 years from now, you're wearing shades inside and your whole personality is you don't talk to anybody anymore?
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Okay.
I like talking too much.
You like talking too much to be to ignore folks. JC, who are your favorite players growing up? Ask William.
Favorite players?
Players.
When I was little, it was Chipper Jones. And then Freddie Freeman made his debut. But now it's I really love watching Bryce Harper hit, even though he's a Philly.
Oh, yeah, I understand. And before that was a National. I've never rooted for him his whole career.
But I
was talking about this with Trey Turner the other day. He went from NC State to the Nationals to the Dodgers to the Phillies. I rooted for him in the USA jersey, but not anything else. But, yeah, Harper, his swing is so, violent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Vicious.
Vicious. That's a good word for it. So I was going to ask your favorite. How about growing up, any favorite non-Braves other than Harper that you mentioned? Or nah?
Not really.
All right. Cass says the mustache is awesome. Thanks, man. I've been working on it. Appreciate that. How did you, this has to be a joke. Why'd you get seated so low in the brackets?
It was randomly generated by our media guy, Carlos Oliveira. He does a really good job, but it was randomly generated, and the first bracket that was drawn up would be me and Jake Hunter facing off in the second round.
Wow.
And we determined that was bad for the tournament.
Yeah.
So we threw me on the other side of the bracket, and then I happened to face Saylor in the first round, which is also bad for the tournament. So,
Yeah, we need somebody unbiased to just go ahead and give you guys a ranking so we can get good matchups
seeds,
later in the tournament. Good seeds, yeah. Speaking of seeds and rankings, we'll update the Pirate Radio Bracket Challenge standings. It is a final. It has gone final, and we'll update that later, but I saw that. It's kind of what everybody expected. That's not big news or anything. It's kind of the way it goes around here. We'll talk to Chandler about that coming up later.
You are terrible!
Speaking of Chandler, Shirley, do you have that cut? I just want to play that. This is a promo I heard from the Brian Bailey show. I just added a few sound effects to it. So this was if you missed Brian Bailey from last week. Here's a clip of that. Hit that real quick.
In the South, you got Alabama, San Diego State, Creighton, and Princeton.
I'm going to go Alabama.
In the East, you got Florida Atlantic, Tennessee, Kansas State, and Michigan State.
Rocky Top.
Midwest, you've got Houston and Miami, Texas, and Xavier.
Give me the Cougars.
And in the West, you've got Arkansas, UConn,
You know what's
Gonzaga,
coming.
and UCLA.
I'm going to have to go with the team that I have winning it all in my bracket. I'm going to go Gonzaga.
4 for 4 at the plate.
I didn't even realize how bad I did.
Now,
it's awful.
The joke there is I missed all mine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody. Brian Bailey does this thing, the second chance with the Sweet 16. So your first 2 rounds, your brackets are busted. But, hey, he's going to give you a second chance. He said
There was 44 picks. Only 3 of them were right.
Wow.
That's
3
how
of
crazy this
44.
tournament's been with all these upsets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, 44 picks, and out of all 44, only 3 of them were right.
But anyway, that was I was riding around listening to that this weekend. I was
Every
like,
single one was wrong. Every single pick did not go in my direction.
Mark says SGHS.
Southeast Guilford High School. Yep.
He said, proud of you, JC. Go Pirates, Falcons 2, class of 74. So there you go. Got some high school folks tuned in. All right, the week coming up, you owe UNCW one, and got them coming here. What was that trip like to Wilmington, JC? We always talk about how that's, as far as environments go, good home field advantage they have there in the Wilmington. What was that like for you? No?
It was 40 degrees. There was not really anybody there.
All right, well, didn't have to worry about too much heckling, I guess, then.
Yeah.
But Wilmington coming to town, and then first road trip for conference play, the first conference weekend coming up at Houston, and no pressure here, but this will be the last time we see Houston. They are headed to the Big 12, so go ahead and give them a kick on the bumpkiss on the way out here. What do you know about the Cougars just from meetings past with those guys?
They had some solid arms last year. Solid arms. They had a lot of pitchers get drafted, actually, which is good. But,
they're not here anymore, yeah.
Yeah. That's all I really know. They have a turf field. It's in Texas.
There you go. And let's see, that the Final Four is in
that weekend.
Houston.
Yep.
You going to the games?
No.
I don't know if you'll have
We're
time.
actually staying like 30 minutes away from the stadium because of all the...
All right.
Yeah.
That sucks. I understand Houston. I've never been, but it's like a giant city and everything's so spread out and everything. Yeah.
Everything's concrete.
All right. And now when you get to this portion of the year, you're used to playing the Friday nighters under the lights, but now you'll start to play those Saturdays under the lights as well. So do you have a preference,
really?
Dave? The Saturdays will be, well, not this one because of Easter, but like moving forward. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong.
Decently under the lights.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a long game.
I thought you played later on the weekends. You know what? E-host put one on the board. Even I screw up sometimes, JC, as crazy as that sounds.
Yeah, that's impressive.
But you do have 2 under the lights coming up this weekend.
Yep.
Any preference on day baseball versus night?
Night.
You like
Absolutely.
night? Yeah. Different feel?
There's no problem seeing the ball.
Okay.
No sun, no clouds, no high skies.
Which team has the worst batter's eye? What park have you been to?
Campbell.
Okay, I think you mentioned that last time.
They don't even have one.
Yeah.
And Durham Bulls. Remember the building in the back?
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Yep,
But Campbell doesn't. It's embarrassing that they don't have a batter's eye. But hey, that works for them.
They're playing great baseball.
Yeah, they are.
I can't remember what this is a reference to. Craig says, "Can we get a satanic Elmo?" That have something to do with Bailey?
It's the Elmo with the fire burning. It's like some.
Yeah,
it's like
But it was, I think it's his famous laugh that we have up here. Somebody said that you need to put that behind the Elmo.
but it wasn't the. Craig, what was the exact reference to that?
I do remember
But it was something different than that, I feel like.
and yes, that is a real laugh, by the way.
That is a real Brian Bailey laugh after he found out that one of our producers was wearing a girl's shirt.
That is a real Brian Bailey laugh.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Ask him about it next week when you guys are, or this week when you guys are shaving off your mustaches.
Yeah, apparently he said that the shave off is coming up Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Wednesday at noon.
All right. So is that when y'all are going to crown a champ?
I think
in the
so.
brackets? Yeah, that sounds right. All right, JC, we'll let you run. Get back to your studying and also get ready for the show coming up. Good stuff. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Thank you.
Jacob Jenkins, Coward, hanging out with us here on the Delcor Players Lounge. If you have issues with your heating, cooling, plumbing, you can call the service professionals at Delcor, 321-8868. Visit online, delcorinc.com. All right, we'll take a timeout, come back. We'll hear a little bit from spring football over the weekend. Got Mike Houston and some player comments at 4 o'clock. Had a chance to catch up with Isaiah Winstead on Saturday. We'll run that interview for you. ECU Football Pro Day coming up on Tuesday. So we'll be out there covering that. We talked to Isaiah Winstead about his prep for that big day. Brian Bailey will join us in hour 2. Josh Moylan, hour 3. As a rough day for Josh and Ravens fans as Lamar Jackson has requested a trade. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Bond. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
We have some pretty refreshing news coming to you from Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer. It's called the Essential Collection. It's made with coconut water and real fruit juice, so you know it's always going to have a refreshing, superior taste. Plus, it's only 90 calories and has 0 added sugar. This might just be the most refreshing seltzer yet. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer Essential Collection. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
Come pop a top at Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. Jarvis Street Bottle Shop is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. Hosting a tailgate? Stop by the shop and grab a keg for your party or event. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating NC craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by the shop Tuesday through Sunday, or check them out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Greenville's newest sports bar is officially open. Coco's Sports Bar, located in the old Professor O'Cool's location right off of Greenville Boulevard, has daily specials, including $2.50 aluminum bottles on Tuesdays and $1 wings on Wednesdays. Along with their great food, Coco's has great entertainment for you and the crew to enjoy with karaoke on Thursdays, a live DJ on Fridays, and live music every Saturday night. Check out Coco's Sports Bar on Facebook for the latest information on menu items, drink and lunch specials, and more. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
The
voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006, and University PC Care is the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday, a victory Monday for ECU baseball, coming off a sweep over George Mason. And we will talk about that more in Hour 3 with Josh Moylan on the Delcor Players Lounge. Lane Hoover unable to join us, dealing with a family matter and thinking about him and his family. As can't wait to see him in a couple of weeks. We got a home run to talk about with Hoove over the weekend that happened on Friday night. All right, what do you guys want to get to now? Because I don't want to make this about me. It's not about me.
Let's just get it over with. How about that?
It's not about me, but it is about the NCAA tournament and March Madness. And believe it or not, there are still 3 games to go. Final Four Saturday, championship next Monday. We'll have those games for you here on Pirate Radio. But our standings are official. It is final. And we have a champion. You have to be pretty dominant to win a bracket challenge before the Final Four even begins. And dominant is the word this year, as myself, Clip Brock, the ball was tipped, and there I was. I was running for my life. People say I'm a shooting star. And all those years, you just touched my breast. Did you do that on purpose? I am the champion of the 2023 Pirate Radio Bracket Challenge. I would like to thank myself for knowing sports and college basketball. I would like to thank all of the losers shown here for not knowing anything about sports and college basketball. Because, folks, it's not about what you know. It's about how little everyone else around you knows. And these people in here, the Shirleys, the Chandlers, the big dogs, know nothing.
Okay, first of all, I finished in second place. I finished seven points shy of tying you at the top.
Nobody cares.
Jerk. Such a jerk.
I've conducted a poll.
This is why we didn't want to do this.
I just conducted a poll. Nobody cares.
He won't. You know what? By the end of the show, he won't be able to fit through the door. His head's going to get so big.
Such a big net.
You cast a wide net. Somebody asked me how many Final Four teams I had.
None.
Zero.
You had none. The only person in the pool, I believe, is Jenny. She had Miami going to the Final Four.
That is correct. Jenny can improve her standings if Miami wins a game?
No, if Miami
reaches the final, so wins a game.
Yes,
Yeah.
if they win in their Final Four game, then she can finish tied for, I think it's 4th place or 5th place.
Bryce Williams
Sixth
could
place.
have finished in second.
Wherever Glenn is that's who she'll be tied with.
Bryce could have finished second if K-State could have won on Saturday and won another game, but they didn't. They lost to FAU. How about Florida Atlantic in the Final Four? I saw a lot of this like, well, now there's no excuses for ECU basketball. What's been the excuse? I'm like, what? I mean, yeah, so there was an excuse before. Now there's not an excuse? All right, fair enough. By the way, we're supposed to talk to Mike Schwartz on Tuesday due to recruiting. We will have to push that back a week. We will talk to him next Tuesday right here on Pirate Radio Live. So Coach Schwartz busy right now trying to stock and restock the basketball roster. And we'll talk to him next Tuesday about his first season here in Greenville, the off season. And we're planning to talk to him one day after the national championship. And right now, if we did our third chance with the Final Four, everybody's picking UConn. And is that dangerous after what we've seen? Who's going to win it all, Chandler?
UConn looks unstoppable.
Exactly. That's why they're not going to win.
Dangerous.
I know. They look amazing.
And all the money's going to be riding on them. And I don't know. I think.
Because you look at this Final Four, Miami, and we've been on the U. I got to give Chandler credit. He was on them again yesterday. I backed off. Do you remember Friday when I said you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them? I said I wasn't quite ready to fold on Miami just yet.
Yeah.
I was ready to go one more game. They got it done.
Right.
Then I folded on them. I folded on them yesterday. I gave up my cards too early. You played your hand, and you won. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We've been on Miami a while. That includes the first round where they were losing to Drake most of that game.
Yes.
Nail-biter.
There's been plenty of teams that made it deep into this tournament, and some of them are actually in the Final Four right now that have played from behind and had to play from behind.
That's exactly what I'm getting at, and I'm doing a radio segment where I'm going team by team, starting with Miami.
Sorry.
No problem. You picked up on what I was doing. Well done.
Sorry.
The next team we can discuss is FAU. How did they get here? Well, what do you remember their opening round game? If you don't, they hit a last-second shot against Memphis to win.
Memphis.
Remember, Memphis is going down the court
and
trying to call a timeout.
Not only did their performance literally just fall apart, their team chemistry fell apart in that game. They had players arguing. Penny and their I can't remember their point guard's name, but he was yelling at Penny. He was yelling at players. I mean,
Kendrick Davis?
Yes, Kendrick Davis. So, yeah, once again, another team playing from behind.
Great example. San Diego State was had issues with Charleston, although they have pretty much smothered their opponents throughout this thing. So I'm going to put them. They're not in the same category as UConn, though. UConn has absolutely obliterated teams. And did I say that word right? Obliterated. Yeah, what they've done to get here. They beat Iona by 24. Remember, everybody was looking forward to that. Patino, Hurley. They beat St. Mary's by 15. They beat Arkansas by 23. They beat UConn by 28. They have destroyed everybody. And now they take on your Miami Hurricanes. They used to be our Miami Hurricanes. Now they're yours. What is the spread on that game? Have you seen it, Chandler?
I have not.
Let's play Guess the Line. I haven't either. I'm going to say UConn minus 4.5.
The Texas game, they were favorites by 3.5. Texas was. I remember it was the Houston game. I want to say it was 6.5, and I was like, man.
It was 7.5 because I had Miami.
Oh, okay, 7.5. That's right. So I'm gonna probably go. I'm gonna go UConn 6.
It is 5.5. You know your team.
Yeah.
Are you ready to ride with Miami again?
I think I am.
You're going to play your cards again?
Yes.
Do you mind if I play them with you?
Sure, please. Look, this has been a couple years that we've been doing this, and I know the situation you had the other night. I don't blame you for what you had to do. You had to hop off the bandwagon there for a little bit, but I understand why. You had a future with Texas, but now that that's over with, now that you have some more room, I guess, you can hop back on the bandwagon, and I'm allowing you on. I'm reaching my hand out to you right now.
You want to shake my hand?
I want to shake your hand, and I want to pull you on back onto this bandwagon that we call the U.
Folks, once again, the key to your NCAA tournament pool and winning is about surrounding yourself with Nimrods. And great example here, Jenny in the Facebook live chat says, the point system is skewed. You are not the winner. I'm the only one with the Final Four team. Messed up system. Cheating winner. These folks are the kind of people you want in your tournament pool. You want people like this. This is a great example of what I'm talking about. So everybody out there next March, find your Jenny, get in a tournament pool, and win that baby. What are you laughing at, Chandler? What?
Nothing.
Do we not agree?
That's a good strategy.
I mean, don't play hard, play smart, folks. That's all I'm saying.
Like, recruiting's all about finding the best players, but in a bracket pool, it is all the opposite. You find the worst players.
Start looking around and diagnosing it and coming up with a plan right now. Don't wait till next March. Start just like you see that person in the office and you're like, hey, just bring up a question like, you see Villanova's recruiting class this year? Like, start talking college basketball. So then by next March, you'll have a relationship with them where you can get them in your pool and just absolutely take everything from them and dominate. And you, like myself, Kim McNeil, and Coach Corey, could be wearing a net at the end of the thing. All right, let's take a break. When we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. Hear what Mike Houston had to say after Saturday's scrimmage. Mike Houston is high on certain players, including at the running back position. Talked a lot about that. We'll hear him say some of those names and more when we return. Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Back with you after this.
My heart's another driving, you're behind the steering wheel.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. They're open every day and have live music every night, along with 18 big screen TVs to watch all your favorite sporting events. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesdays, it's line dancing. Thursday night is the dance party with DJ Kid Scene. And live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for more information on scheduled events, and we'll see you at the Buck.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Time for an NCAA tournament update. The men's Final Four is set, and nobody saw it coming. 3 of the teams have never been there before, including the Florida Atlantic Owls and the Aztecs from San Diego State, who will face off in a national semifinal on Saturday. In the other game, Miami will play in their first ever Final Four against UConn. Tune into Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA Final Four right here.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov. The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Did you know that it's illegal to dig without first calling 811? 811 is a free program that locates underground utilities, marking them with flags and paint lines so you know where not to dig. Accidentally digging into utility lines interrupts service and could seriously hurt you or someone else. If you know someone who's planning to dig, encourage them to call 811 at least 3 full working days before they dig. 811 is free, it's safe, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Greenville Utilities and this station.
Pirate Radio.
We have a standard for the way you're going to play, and we're going to start making sure that we point out those that are meeting the standard, and everybody else has to rise to that. You have to. There is no choice. You have to rise to the standard, because the standard is what wins.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Order Jersey Mike subs on the mobile app and get delivery right to your home, or save time and order ahead to skip the line to pick up your nearest Jersey Mike sub location. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Hello. Welcome back into the show. People are calling me Clip Rocket. Actually, I just came up with that. Nobody's calling me that.
Do not question the bracket god.
Yeah, I heard some of that from Morgan on Friday, from others. Oh, just wait what's going to happen this weekend. Nah. All that happened was everybody lost, myself included. This has to be the lowest number of points ever amassed in a bracket challenge for a champion.
Go to hell.
I mean, there is no, because this is the craziest tournament we've ever seen, right? So, just some low scores across the board. It's like golf. Lowest score wins. Hey, Jenny, if it was like golf, you'd almost won because you came in next to last place. You actually would have won. If we're taking the lowest score, Brian Bailey finishes first, and you came in second. Well done. I can't believe I was told that Jenny called during the last segment. If she calls again, put her on. I got to hear her ramblings and rumblings.
No. No, let's move on.
This is not Fisher-Price, my first bracket. You got to know what you're doing here, folks.
And the point system is something that we've had for years. That has not changed.
Yeah, and we got that from bracket challenges that have been going on for millenniums, decades.
And at the very bottom of said rule sheet, what does it say?
I'll say it.
Yes, Chandler,
it doesn't matter what it says.
Shirley has final say so in any disputes.
Yeah, but it doesn't even matter. It doesn't come to that because the rules are stated on the sheet.
But it also comes down to points. If you think the points are skewed, guess what? I have the final say in all the standings. And it clearly states if Miami wins, Jenny finishes tied with Glenn for 6th place. It's not going to change the point system as far as changing who the leader is. That is the only change to the final standings.
Yeah, nobody else has
nobody
anybody.
because because of the way this tournament has played itself out, everybody got knocked out. So that is the final standings. Period. Done.
Period.
End of sentence. DUN. Done.
All right. Well, I got my championship. I got my Tiebreakers gift card. I have the net. Now all I want is Lamar Jackson to be a commander. Go get him. He is apparently available.
Apparently has been available. He's been wanting to go since March 2nd, March 2nd.
Which I had to remind myself it's the end of March. That's been a full month almost that he since he requested a trade from the Ravens. All right, Shirley, let's hear real quick from Mike Houston. We get a quick Flight by Yuengling practice report in. The next generation of light beer. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling, wherever beer is sold. And Mike Houston spoke after the scrimmage this weekend. And let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, great day in Dowdy Ficklen Stadium now. Okay, had a really competitive scrimmage. So many positives. Okay, just really excited about what I saw on the field today. 2 weeks into spring practice, you wondered how the first live work was going to look, first scrimmage game situations, and very pleased with all 3 phases. So obviously there's tons of things to correct, but there's tons of things to be excited about too. So good day for the Pirates.
Is this a different type spring because of the inexperience on offense?
Yeah, it's a different type of spring. A lot of people, you don't know their names and their faces out there, but the kids are excited. I thought we had great energy. Really liked seeing some of the things I saw from some of those new faces today. So it was a positive day.
Sometimes in the first scrimmage, defense can be ahead of offense, but it seemed fairly balanced today. Just your take on that.
I thought so. I mean, I think the first defense has had a really positive start to the spring, but I thought the offense played very, very well today and really executed and did some things well. So it made it a very competitive environment out there.
Hey, man, a little bit of your new running backs, Gerald.
No doubt. No doubt. I'm telling you, we got a good room, okay? We all miss Keaton Mitchell, but Rajay Harris, he'll be healthy this fall. Marlon Gunn, he's a guy. Okay, Gerald Green showed today, he's a guy. And Javius Bond's going to be a guy. He's a true freshman, but I love the way he competed today. Thought he had some outstanding cuts. Love the way he finished runs. Love the way we took care of the football.
Special teams, like pretty much every kick was good, so they're happy with where that department has come.
Pleased with PAT field goal. Pleased with the protections, improved this week. I think the kickers had a solid day today, so I think that piece was very, very good. I want to really look at our punt unit, how we executed there. But I think a positive first scrimmage for our specialists.
What are some of the things you want to start the week with next week?
Well, I want to look at the film first, and you take the film and grow from it. I think that's the big thing. I think consistency from some of our guys offensively. I thought we had some guys that were very consistent, and I thought we had some guys that were very inconsistent. So I think consistency is a big piece. I think defensively we got to take practice to the stadium. We've really been at times pretty dominant defensively in practice. We got to bring it to that scrimmage next Saturday.
Talked about the improved length defensively. It seemed like B.J. Davis and were kind of everywhere. What did you see from those guys?
Well, I thought we had you saw that we had several tip passes throughout the scrimmage today. I think that length in the throwing lanes had an impact on that. Again, I really want to look at the film before I go much deeper.
How much have you seen Julius kind of grow, Julius Woods, over the last couple seasons here?
Incredibly. I mean, and not just as a player. I mean, in my opinion, he's the best safety in this conference. But I thought that last year. The opposing coaches did, and they didn't vote him all conference last year. I think he's a great player on the field. I think he's an outstanding leader off the field. Just a first-class human being. And just glad he's a Pirate. Glad we got him for one more year. I wish he had about 2 or 3 years of eligibility left.
All right, Mike Houston there, and I will say he loves the running back bond. He talked back when he joined us last in studio about this freshman running back, and he says they got guys. I'd rather him say they were dudes. Maybe guys develop into dudes, and they're too young to be dudes right now. But Marlon Gunn is a guy.
Yes.
Green's a guy.
Saw him up close the other day.
And
Marlon Gunn is that big running back.
He's a guy.
Yeah, he's a Big Dog just said it. He's trending to a dude.
Not quite yet, but maybe he's on his. And then he said
on the path.
Bond is going to be a guy. So he doesn't want to give away guy status before you play your first game for the Pirates. But I think we have seen Mike Houston with Keaton Mitchell, Rajay Harris, Marlon Gunn. He will play true freshman running backs, and I think we'll see another one this year with Bond.
Yeah,
he's very high on him.
Absolutely. And me and Big Dog were talking about this as we were leaving the stadium on Saturday. But Mike Houston, you could probably tell in that audio right there, but he was very, very excited after that scrimmage. Was very pleased with how it went, and anytime you bring up those running backs, that running back room, his face just lights up, and I think he's really impressed with what we're going to see. And I told Glenn this just a while ago. You're not going to replace Keaton Mitchell. You're definitely not going to replace his speed, but I think a lot of that excitement comes from some of the reinforcements he's getting in the running back room, even though Keaton Mitchell's on his way out.
They have really built this room up to something special, and was excited to hear his enthusiasm about it. We'll hear some player interviews later on in today's show. We'll have some Pro Day video audio for you coming up on Tuesday, so keep your eyes out for that. When we return, we came in here Saturday, Chandler and I, before we went over to Clark LeClaire, and talked to our guy, Isaiah Winstead. And maybe you saw that on Facebook or YouTube. If you didn't, we're going to play that interview that we have with Isaiah on Saturday as he gets ready for Tuesday's Pro Day. We caught up with him. You'll hear that. Brian Bailey coming up hour 2. Josh Moylan and a giveaway hour 3. A lot more to go. Pirate Radio Live back with you after this.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
All right, it's that time of year again. Let's take a look at what's going on in the Wings Over Greenville brackets.
In the sauce region, we have the top-seeded Honey Barbecue getting the win over Hot Garlic.
In the Wings region, Tenders defeats Traditional in a nail-biter.
In the sandwich region, the Chicken Bacon Ranch Wrap knocks off the Buffalo Chicken Sandwich.
And who will win the greatest rivalry of them all, Ranch versus Blue Cheese? You decide.
Try them out for yourself. Give them a call today at 758-9464 or place your order online at wingsover.com.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richardson First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
Papa John's just flipped pizza night on its head. This is the new crispy Parm pizza, and it puts toasted Parmesan where it's never been before, on the bottom. Introducing the crispy Parm pizza, only from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today? And then you hear,
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor-to-Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor-to-Neighbor program. Now, let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Cliff Brock.
All right, it is a Monday Players Lounge edition of Pirate Radio Live. Lane Hoover can't join us today. We'll talk to him in a couple of weeks. Hit a big dinger this weekend. That was awesome to see. And we'll catch up with Lane. But during football season, one of our guys that we really enjoyed talking to, and Chandler and I would try to get him to crack a smile and chuckle and laugh, was Isaiah Winstead. And Isaiah is a very, very quiet guy and didn't enjoy talking about football that much. We got him to talk about non-football topics quite a bit. But we did talk some football with him on Saturday. He dropped by the Pirate Radio studios with his lovely lady and his little baby, which was cool to see, and got to talk to them for a moment. But Isaiah joined us to kind of get us caught up on what he's been up to since the bowl victory and his training for Pro Day. Big day coming up Tuesday for Winstead, for Holt, for Keaton, for all the guys. Miles Berry and Xavier will be there. Noah Henderson, just a ton of guys. CJ Johnson as well, Ryan Jones. So it's a big day for them. We talked to Isaiah about it on Saturday, and we'll hear that interview right now. Here's Isaiah Winstead. First of all, Isaiah, great to see you, man. You been doing all right?
Yes, sir. Good to see y'all.
And I guess I said to you what everybody's been saying when they hadn't seen you in a while. You look jacked. You look big. Have I don't know what you've been doing. You've been in the gym, I guess.
Working out.
Yeah.
Trying to do a little something.
You said you didn't. You don't really notice it, but everybody says that when they see you.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Coach Scott, everybody I've seen, they said I look bigger, and look like I've been working out. Yeah.
There you go. So, Isaiah, you got Pro Day coming up. Let's kind of just talk about what you've been up to since the bowl victory. And it's been, I know, a lot of training, a lot of stuff like that. So, can you catch us up on what you've been doing?
Yeah, so after the bowl game, I had left to go to Florida. I was training at XPE, training facility in Florida. So, we had about we trained 6 days a week. Monday was the heavy running speed day, heavy lifting leg day. Tuesday was the upper body day. Wednesday was like a drill work and shuttle, L drill, stuff like that. And then we had another lift day. And then Thursday was the other run day, like heavy running and speed work and heavy lift day. And Friday we was on the field, and Saturday was another lift day. So that's probably why it looked like I got bigger.
And I remember even when we met you and the first conversation we had with you, Troy was like, so what do you do in your spare time or your time off? And you were like, I don't have any time off. So this is kind of, you're probably doing different stuff, but like this work you're putting in is nothing new to you, right?
Yeah, it's good. It's like, give me a chance to just continue doing what I'm doing, you know, just give me a schedule to go by instead of just, you know, winging it.
Yeah, right. So you've been doing that, preparing now. How much of your preparing has been just for pro day when you're going to be out there Tuesday, when you're training for all these drills and things like that? How much have you focused on that?
All of it, 100%. So the whole reason me going to Florida was for pro day. So, you know, that's the main focus. You know, that's the next big thing until after pro day. And then that's when we can move forward. But until then, everything, my main focus is pro day.
Do you see your times and all your drills you're doing, do you see an increase in that as you go on?
Yeah, my times got better.
Yeah, so what, I don't know, what are you most ready for on Tuesday? What do you think your best drills are going to be in?
I feel like the position drills, like, you know, that's football.
The actual football stuff?
Yeah, that's football. But I feel like I'm going to do good in everything, though. I feel like I'm going to do good in everything. Everybody want to know what my 40 going to be. That's the main thing. I feel like I'm going to touch a 4.4.
All right.
If all goes good. If it don't, I don't feel like I'm going to be no higher than a 4.5.
Okay. All right. So, but have you hit that, I guess, the 4.4?
Yeah, I had a 4.5 flat 3 times in a row, but, you know, we was lifting and we was doing all that. We was doing a whole bunch of heavy leg work and stuff, and that would be right after. So with fresh legs, I feel like I'll touch a 4.4.
That'd be huge. Isaiah Winstead joining us. How's the finger? You dealt with a bum finger all season. Still looks wonky. Does it still bother you?
It don't hurt. It don't really hurt, but, you know.
You're going to live with that weird-looking finger the rest of your life?
Got to.
Good deal. And Isaiah, you did say when you came in that you're ready to kind of get this part over with and get back to kind of football and training for that rather than these specific drills, right?
Yeah, because basically, like, you know, football is football, so that's what I've been playing my whole life is football. You know, this is a new thing these past couple months, having to train for certain drills, you know, like a 40, that really, it's about how fast you are, but it's more so technique. So, you know, it's having it get a little overwhelming during training. Like, you know, when you first get there and you don't got the right technique and stuff like that, you just got to trust the process. So, you know, I'm ready for it. You know, to be over with, you know, so.
Yeah, kind of annoying, too. I've been to those pro days, and if you don't, you know, get your start exactly right, or you mess up, they make you do it again. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So you got to have everything right. I'm sure that gets a little annoying.
Yeah, like on the 40, if you don't have your hand up long enough before you take off, they make you restart it and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. How about the football side of it, though? You said you're meeting up with Holton later to get some catches in, a little throwing catch. So you've been keeping up with your old teammates here?
Yeah, definitely. Like Rajay, Keaton, CJ, you know, Jalen Johnson. I keep up with everybody, really. You know, everybody was excited to see me when they seen me there at their practice and stuff like that. I've been there for the practice and the scrimmage they had today. So, you know, keeping up with them. But, yeah.
Man, a lot of shoes to fill with you leaving, with CJ leaving, Ryan Jones, but you got Jalen Johnson. You mentioned him, Josiah Hatfield. Starting to hear a lot about Kerry King, maybe being in the offense, and Shane Calhoun has been a target. So you leave it in good hands, but, man, somebody's going to have to step up this year at the receiver position.
Definitely. I feel like they got the ability to be able to do that.
What do you think about the pro prospects of your teammates, Holton Ahlers, CJ, of course Keaton? You know, have you heard any of those? Have you talked to those guys about the next level with them?
Yeah, so I'm going to work out with them. That's who I'm going to work out at 7 with. You know, everybody's just excited. I feel like everybody's going to do good and live up to the standard or what we're supposed to do and stuff like that. So, you know, everybody's just excited. It's crazy now, like this childhood dream is, you know, dream no more. It's like, it's right in front of our face, you know. So that's really what we just talk about. And Holden had texted me the other day. He was like, he had said something about, he had mentioned like what we was talking about before I even got here, when I had committed here, like it's go time and stuff. And he was like, you know, he had just reminded me like this what we've been waiting on, you know. And basically the same thing. Like this what we did all that for this pro day. So, you know, it's the same mentality, you know, just the next step.
We'll be covering that coming up on Tuesday as Isaiah and a lot of his former Pirate teammates will be out there in front of scouts and coaches. Have you been able to be in contact with anybody in the NFL, in any pro leagues, Isaiah, and how have those conversations gone?
Yeah, so when I had went to the CGS Bowl, it's like more so of a low-key bowl, but it's, you know, it had a lot of football. It had a lot of NFL teams there. I talked to the Raiders and Patriots. I talked to about 15, 16 teams, and it went good. You know, they like me, and the main focus is what they think I'm gonna run in the 40. That's basically what everybody asks me. Like, they don't know if I'm fast or not, so we're gonna see.
It's weird to me, does it? I don't know. Do you ever think about, hey, how about watch this tape I put together these last few years? You know?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it is what it is, I guess. But that's good that you've been able to get it. I know when teams talk to you, they're going to like you because you really do. You're like 100% serious in this. There's not a lot of messing around with you. We always get a kick if we can ever make you smile and chuckle. It's like a accomplishment, but like, this is your life. This is what you want to do, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's what I dedicated my life to.
Yeah, and you're also dedicating your life to being a father as you brought the baby in. That's cool. How's fatherhood going for you?
It's good. It's different, but, you know, it's take a lot of adapting to, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
It's weird, man. One day you are looking out for yourself and of course your family and friends, but then that next day and then for the rest of your life, you're looking out for another human.
Yeah, it's depending on me.
Yeah, it's a mindset you gotta get early on. And my daughter turned 14 last month, so everybody's probably told you this. Enjoy it. Like, it goes by super fast, man. So enjoy these days. Isaiah Winstead joining us. So Isaiah, there's the NFL. There's also XFL, CFL, all these pro football leagues. The goal is the NFL. Have you thought about these other leagues if you don't make it right off to the NFL?
No.
There's one league for you.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna be there.
You're going to be there.
I'm gonna be there.
That is the mindset, and that's what's going to happen. Isaiah Winstead joining us here. Tuesday, pro day, going to get in some time with his teammates. And Isaiah, I'll ask you again. You spoke fondly about your time at ECU. The right decision, you said it was.
Mm-hmm.
But looking back on it, you still feel the same way about that?
Same way. I wouldn't change nothing.
Yeah, great decision, and we were happy to have you around here, man. So what else are you going to do while you're hanging out here in Greenville?
None.
Chill.
Just
chill and train.
Catch up with people. I might go to Sup Dogs one time.
Yeah, definitely.
Just, you know, I got a gift card there, so I might as well go ahead and use the gift card.
Utilize that. So where are you living when you're not? Where are you staying
at? I'm in a
at?
hotel right now. My agent paying for the hotel.
How about when you're not here in Greenville? Where you been living?
In Richmond. Well, I was in.
Well, you've been in Florida.
Yeah,
but you call Richmond home?
Yeah.
I guess, okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Yeah, got you. All right, so anything else, Isaiah? That's it?
Nah, y'all got any more questions?
I don't know. Chandler? This could be our last time we get to talk to him in a while. Get that mic on, buddy.
Yeah, cut the mic on.
My bad. But, yeah, this could be the last time for a while that we talked to Isaiah. I do want to ask you this, was there any former wide receivers, current wide receivers that's in the pros right now that kind of you ran across in your journey in your off season that might have helped you along the way?
We had our receiver coach up at XPU was Anquan Bolden.
Wow. Okay.
We had Anquan Bolden. We had Cortland Sutton come up there and help us. I seen a couple besides those two. Those are the only two that like really was like a part of like helping us out. But XP is like known for like all the people going there to train. So I came across like CeeDee Lamb and stuff like that. I seen a whole bunch of NFL players like every day up there. So
how many guys were you training with that like college receivers?
Like 17.
Okay.
Like, yeah. All the top receivers was up there.
Anquan Bolden was one of the toughest guys to ever play. and played quarterback. He was like an emergency quarterback for Florida State in their bowl game, I think.
Yeah, he was a dog.
And then just whatever you needed from him, he did. Cortland Sutton currently with the Broncos, so that's cool. So you got to meet some of these guys that are going to be draft eligible this year.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Good question, Chandler. Anything else? That's it. That's the one question you had.
Yeah.
All right.
Basically. But
I don't have any like nonsense questions for you today. I'm all business, man.
But I do want to say, Isaiah, good luck to you. And we've enjoyed having you on here on Pirate Radio. And I mean, your work ethic is great, and hopefully it will pay off.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna be back though for sure.
Yeah, and we hope so. Oh, tell us about Mike Tyson, man. You said it was a real quick encounter, right?
Yeah, I've seen them. They like I was getting treatment on the training table, and they was like, they go Mike Tyson. And I'm like you lying? Like, I look up and I see him, so I'm like, once I finished getting treatment, I just went over that. Was like, what's up? Like, can I get a picture?
Yeah.
And that was about it. You know, he asked us a couple questions like how old we was, like what we was doing up here and stuff like that. So after that, you know, I just left.
You're in your prime. Mike's a little older, but would you get in the ring with him?
Nah, he got it, man.
I mean, yeah. Good answer. Good answer. Would you ever get a face tattoo?
Nah.
Nah? All right. Keep them on the arms and what? All right.
The arms and the legs. Huh?
There you go. All right. Well, I'll let you get back to your baby.
Yes, sir.
Out there in the lot. Yeah, brought him by. Looking good. Taking a nap. He's up now, though. So you
crying in there.
All right. We'll let Daddy get back there. Isaiah, great to meet you, talk to you, get to know you. And, man, you know we're fans of you. So,
yes, sir.
Off and on the field. So whatever you do, we wish you the best. And looking forward to seeing you on Tuesday at Pro Day, and looking forward to seeing you on Sundays in the league, man.
Definitely, man. Appreciate y'all for sure.
All right, there is Isaiah Winstead. He stopped by the Pirate Radio studios on Saturday. Great to see him, catch up with him, and see his family as well. And he will try to put on a show for the Scouts and talent tomorrow at Pro Day. Huge news here, folks. The GOAT
I just saw this.
The GOAT has committed to ECU. Now,
the GOAT.
Freaking kids these days, man, and their goats and their Tic Tacs and all the stuff. Everything's a goat. You can't use the phrase one of the goats. Goat literally means greatest of all time. Like there's one greatest of all time. ECU has received a commitment from the GOAT. The GOAT. Have you seen this, Shirley?
No.
All right. Well, are you sitting down?
No. Be prepared. This is
Stop reading that.
Yeah,
Look at me.
Wait, stop reading that. Look at me.
I think you just are looking at it.
I am the captain now.
You're looking at it right now.
Yay.
Folks, you're not going to believe this. Jerry Rice has committed to play football at ECU.
And not only is he now 18 years old, white, but he's also a kicker now.
Much like Chandler thought Fred McGriff was a white man, he's going to go up to Jerry Rice next year and meet the Pirates and say, I always thought you were a black guy. And the greatest receiver of all time.
I was always told that you were the greatest of all time at the wide receiver position.
Jerry Rice has committed to be a Pirate. Jerry Rice, true Pirate. For folks wondering, as we all were, Jerry Rice is a kicker from VMI. What a name.
I bet he doesn't get stopped, and I bet people have not brought that up before.
John says, wait a minute, is Barry Sanders going to be our new punter? I mean, come on.
I mean, really?
Come on now. So, Jerry Rice is a Pirate.
I wonder how many times, like, if he tried to call somewhere and say, may I speak to so-and-so? Yes. May I ask who's speaking? Jerry Rice. Yeah, sure.
Quit playing on my phone.
Yeah, guy on here says he's Jerry Rice. Yeah,
you're not that guy, pal. Trust me.
You're not Jerry Rice.
You're not Jerry Rice, guy.
You're not Jerry Rice, pal. Trust me. You're not Jerry Rice.
Got that?
Jerry Rice
is a Pirate.
One time in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, I said they asked for your name, and I said LeBron James, just to see if they would do it, and they did. Because they don't care like what your name is. They just need something to put the order with. I might start saying I'm Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is a pirate. I thought I would never live to see the day.
Madonna.
Duh. They call me the Material Girl. Ever heard of me? Come on, Vogue.
Vogue? I mean, seriously.
I wrote that book in the 90s.
Don't Cry for Me, Argentina.
Where I was naked. Chandler. If you could go by a sports great name all time, who would you pick?
Probably go Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. I'd say hello. You can call me Muhammad Ali. That's right. That's my name. Why are you smirking? I can't be named Muhammad Ali. Jerry Rice, true pirate. By the way, over the weekend, the 4-star hat game kid signed with ECU. We'll see how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Hope it works out good.
Wait, what?
You know the guy that spurned ECU, that went to Miami?
Yeah.
He's a pirate. He's a true pirate.
I missed that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad to pass along info to you. Antoine Jackson.
How did I miss that?
I don't know. What were you doing this weekend? I saw you yesterday.
Covering ECU baseball.
Saw you up in the old press box yesterday.
Yeah, I usually don't go up there, but it started to rain, so I had to stay dry. And
you would have melted because you're made of sugar.
All right.
That's what old people said. You were so sweet, right?
You got the best sugar?
You were. You would have melted out there.
You made of sugar.
I have an interesting story about Lamar Jackson that I just...
He's a commander?
No.
Oh, well, I'm not interested in.
Well, no. It's just interesting, this information that just got tweeted out a little while ago. According to Twitter, Patriots owner Robert Kraft said the rapper Meek Mill texted him 3 or 4 days ago saying Lamar Jackson wanted to come to New England. Kraft responded that it would be Bill Belichick's decision.
Okay, that is a weird story. Now, I have seen Robert Kraft and Meek Mill at the same gatherings together.
So I'm guessing he's a diehard Patriots fan then.
I don't know. I think he just hangs out with rich folks like Robert Kraft. Because Meek Mill is he not a... Now I'm going to sound dumb. But I don't care. I'm not a Meek Mill. I don't know anything about... I thought Meek Mill was like a Philly guy.
I don't know, but, I mean, is he now Lamar Jackson's agent? Because I thought his mother was.
No, he's just saying, hey, sign my boy. Yeah, Meek Mill's a Philly guy.
Okay.
They already have a quarterback, though, so he doesn't need to give the Eagles a quarterback. Washington needs to get Lamar Jackson right now. No questions asked. How many first rounders you want? Fine, do it. Whatever. Just get him. Get a quarterback. Get some excitement. Do it right now. What are you waiting for? All right, let's take a break.
Also, some quick transfer portal news. North Carolina's Caleb Love has entered the transfer portal.
No love lost between Love and the Tar Heels entering
Apparently
the portal.
So.
Also, Rodney Terry has been named the full-time Texas Longhorns coach. Thought he might be wearing one of these nets that I'm winning for winning the bracket challenge. But the U, too strong on Sunday. All right, let's take a break. When we return, Double B, Brian Bailey will join us. We'll talk hoops, baseball, maybe a little football, and more. It's all ahead. Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. We'll get back inside the Delcor Players Lounge at 5 o'clock with Josh Moylan. More to go. Pirate Radio Live, back with you after this.
Every March, Jersey Mike's turns money from subs into charitable donations.
And March 29th is Jersey Mike's annual day of giving, where 100% of sales are donated to local charities.
And to kick off all that giving, Peter gave me an apron. I'm honored.
Looking good, Danny. We've got subs to make, though.
Oh, now I know why you gave me the apron.
Yeah.
Join us this Wednesday for Jersey Mike's Day of Giving. be a sub above.
Are you one of the estimated 17 million people in the U.S. suffering from dry eye disorders that are not resolved using over-the-counter or prescription eye drops? Ask ArcPoint Labs about Serum Tears, a natural dry eye solution. At ArcPoint Labs, Serum Tears are tailor-made for you from a quick blood draw, providing a sterile and natural option to help those with dry eye conditions. Contact your ophthalmologist or optometrist for a prescription or contact ArcPoint Labs to help you find one. Visit ArcPoint Labs' new location on Dixon Avenue near the intersection of Arlington Boulevard or schedule online at arcpointlabs.com.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold.
DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
At U.S. Cellular, you can get one line for just $29.99 with unlimited data, which is good news for you, friendly hermit who shuns society and lives in a cabin all by himself.
Wow, thanks. You know, you'd be surprised how much data a hermit goes through.
Actually, I'm not that surprised at all. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Greenville's newest sports bar is officially open. Coco's Sports Bar, located in the old Professor O'Cool's location right off of Greenville Boulevard, has daily specials, including $2.50 aluminum bottles on Tuesdays and $1 wings on Wednesdays. Along with their great food, Coco's has great entertainment for you and the crew to enjoy with karaoke on Thursdays, a live DJ on Fridays, and live music every Saturday night. Check out Coco's Sports Bar on Facebook for the latest information on menu items, drinking lunch specials, and more. Go Pirates!
This is Talbot Green, and I'm excited to announce our new partnership with Integrity Home Mortgage. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offer over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the News. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio. The voice of the Pirate Nation.
1, 2, 3,
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Players Lounge Monday. Josh Moylan will join us in about 30 minutes. We'll talk about his home run. We'll talk about where he was Friday and Saturday. Unfortunately, not in the lineup. I'm looking up a quote here. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, and same can be said for this net that is around my neck. What are you looking for, Shirley? What are you doing over there? You look like you're about to play something.
I wasn't going to do anything.
Okay. All right. Well, can you call Brian Bayless?
You. Are you going to shut up?
Brian Meador, that was very inappropriate. And I don't know why you would say such things to me. I'm wearing this representing Pirate Radio. Now I'm ready to go out and take on other radio stations in bracket challenges. Representing Pirate Radio. That I want to represent y'all. Because until y'all can get up to my level, I need to find people that are at my level.
Stop.
I can't stop. Won't stop. Everything, well, can't say that.
This really sucks.
All right. Well, I'm trying to talk to Brian Bailey and my producer.
Oh. Yeah, he's ready. He's been waiting.
Oh, sorry, Brian. Sorry.
Big head.
I didn't know you were here.
She's talking to me or you?
all the above.
Clip.
Exactly.
BB, we were talking about it earlier. We ran over your numbers on the second chance with the Sweet 16 because there was a promo playing this weekend. I heard you were asking Chandler his picks, and he missed them all, and so did I, and so did just about everybody. What was it, Bailey? 3 out of how many correct picks on the second chance with the Sweet 16?
3 out of 44, which is a whopping 6.8% teams that got. And it's mind-boggling that many people. You know, everybody we talked to last week picked Alabama, so that's 1/4 of the bracket that everybody got messed up, and it's really the whole tournament has been so crazy, and it just continued with everything that happened over the weekend. But when you start your bracket and you're starting to fill it out, you're not going to put a 4, 2 5s, and a 9 in your final four. But if you did, you'd be rich. But you're not. You're not.
Well, that makes me want to not take UConn to win the championship because they have been blowing everybody out. I went through their scores earlier in this tournament. There hadn't been a close game yet. These other teams, Miami, had to fight back to beat Drake. FAU needed a last-second shot to beat Memphis early on. San Diego State has done a pretty good job smothering teams. They got away with one yesterday against Creighton. I think Charleston kind of maybe pushed them a little bit, but they pretty much have been able to get by. But man, UConn has just crushed everybody. It looks like their tournament to win at this point, and everything that's happened up to this point makes me say, well, I'm not taking the favorite. So I don't know. What do you do with these final 3 games here?
I think he is watching with enthusiasm. I don't know if you put any money on any of these games because it's just been so crazy, and I don't know how do you pick against Florida Atlantic right now, even though they're a 9 seed? And usually we talk about there may be one upstart. Sometimes there's 4 really good teams there. This year, everybody's an upset pick, so it's really hard to, if you look at the matchups and even those experts that look at the matchups. I mean, how many did they get wrong? Most of them. I mean, so it's just crazy when you look at it.
Is Tristan Newton trying to become the first human ever to wear an ECU basketball jersey in a game and win a college basketball national championship, Bailey?
Yeah, he's getting close.
I mean, I can't think of anybody else that transferred out of here or was a one-time Pirate to win it, and he is now 2 wins away, and he is their starting point guard and kind of makes the ship go, and he does a lot of what he did here in Greenville. He's not counted on to score as much as he did here in Greenville, but he was a good rebounding guard and has turned up his assist there at UConn, and he is really important for what they do there.
He really is, and you can tell that he's got a role that he's comfortable in if you watch him play, and he seems to be really at ease with it. I mean, he missed a bunny the other day, and I watched him running down the court, and he was smiling, and his teammates were smiling at him, and you could tell he was just having a lot of fun, and the pressure certainly hasn't gotten to him. And it just goes to show you that, at East Carolina, they can get him. They just got to keep them.
Yeah, that's what Mike Schwartz is trying to do at this moment. We'll talk to Mike Schwartz coming up next Tuesday right here on Pirate Radio Live. And we've seen some defections, Brian, most notably Javon Small, but he's trying right now to keep what he's got in-house and also add some other talent to that roster for next year.
Yeah, and that's the key. You gotta keep what you've got, and he's got a good nucleus. I mean, I think we saw some really nice things out of some of the players that, Ezra Osal, it looks like he could be an outstanding player in the American. If he gets, a little bigger, a little stronger, and he's got some great assets. So I think he's done well with what he's got. He's got a good nucleus coming back. The league obviously is going to stiffen up a bit all of a sudden because all the teams that are coming in, looks like most of them, are pretty good basketball programs. They may not be as good in football, but they're pretty good in hoops.
So FAU is in the Final Four. You've got Charlotte winning the CBI, and it's North Texas. Is it North Texas and UAB are in the semis in the NIT? Is that right?
I think that's right.
And that, all from Conference USA and all joining us, right?
Right. Heading to the American.
Yeah. So these are the teams we're going to see next year having all this success right now with their basketball schools. And looking at it coming up Tuesday night, North Texas versus Wisconsin, Utah Valley versus UAB in the NIT semifinals. Bailey, where are the NIT semifinals and championship this year? Are you still there? Oh, I guess he's not there. I thought he was waiting for that great question that I asked, and he's not there. See if you can get him back. Chandler, do you know where they are? NIT, semis, and championship. Do you know where it's always been?
Championship's always been in Madison Square Garden, right?
Yeah. Hold that thought.
Okay. Well, hold on one second.
Maybe Bailey was just thinking about my question. All right, Bailey, you back with us?
Gotcha.
All right. Where are the games being played, the semis and the championship of the NIT?
I don't know, but I'm thinking Vegas.
All right. Bailey did not fall for my trick question. It is not in Madison Square Garden. It's not in the Garden. It's not at MSG. It is in Vegas. You are correct, sir, as they have moved that. They also had the first ever, regional in Vegas this year.
Right.
Yep.
I saw that.
So all of these first pro leagues, and now you see college starting to get out there to Vegas as gambling becomes more of a thing. It's talked about. Heck, it might become more of a thing here in North Carolina with some stuff being passed recently. So we'll see.
Between gambling and marijuana, you don't know what's illegal anymore.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Things change. They certainly are changing.
It was totally taboo to do anything in Vegas, and now it's the thing to do. Go to Vegas.
And now if you can't do in your hometown what you can already do in Vegas, then you're behind on the times, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. There you go. All right, BB, how about spring football? We heard from Mike Houston in hour one. He is high on Javius Bond, the running back. He's high on his entire backfield, and that's without Rajay Harris doing a lot right now, but he says Rajay will be ready for the fall. That's, of course, without Keaton Mitchell, but he's got a stable of guys that he sounded very excited about on Saturday.
And we got a little glimpse of that, a couple of nice runs in the scrimmage, and we were allowed to shoot the last 15 or 20 minutes of scrimmage number one, and we saw a couple of nice runs during that part of the scrimmage. So, yeah, I mean, he's excited about it, and I think that, Pirate Nation should be excited because Mike Houston's going to run the football some way, somehow. And with those running backs, that looks good.
Bailey, best chance to make it to the NFL out of last year's team. We're going to see some of those guys on display at Pro Day tomorrow, but we're thinking Keaton Mitchell is going to have a spot. Who's next on your list in the NFL that we'll see tomorrow at Pro Day?
I would say, you gotta think Holden's going to do something somewhere. He's going to get a shot.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to get drafted late, free agent signing. He's going to get a shot. Maybe Noah.
Yeah.
I think he's got a chance. But there's a lot of guys at Pro Day tomorrow.
Do you feel different about Holton since what he's done since the bowl game, being in those All-Star games, being MVP, the amount of face-to-face time he's been able to have with teams? Like, has that changed your opinion on him getting a shot at the next level, what he's been able to do just since leaving ECU?
Well, I think it almost has to, because I think when you see, we've covered him since he was in high school, obviously, and we know a whole lot about him, but if the whole football world was ignoring him right now, then you would think, well, I don't know what kind of shot he's going to get. But with all the attention that he's gotten, and he's earned that attention. I mean, you go to those All-Star games, you don't even know how much you're going to get to play. So you got to take advantage of every snap, every drill, everything that you can take advantage of. And he really did, and he was the talk of the All-Star circuit. But yeah, I think that his stock is certainly is on the rise, and hopefully he'll parlay that into some cash down the line.
No doubt. He deserves it, and we'll be checking in with him and others coming up on Tuesday at ECU Pro Day. Bailey, got Ronald Vincent joining us on the show coming up on Tuesday, and he's going to be honored coming up later on this week. The legendary RV, as you start to get into this time when the high schools and all kinds of baseball about to be going on around here.
Yeah, and again, we're blessed with some outstanding teams. We always have the outstanding coaches, but and it starts to warm up a little bit, so that's always nice as well. Great to see RV being honored, because obviously, there are guys that do great things in sports in our area, but there are very few that do such great things that are such great people, and that's what RV has always been since day one. I can remember when I first got to Greenville, him and Randy Phillips and all those guys, they were playing softball together. And they were having a blast doing that, but they were, he was winning baseball games back then, winning baseball games today. He's been winning games for a long, long time. I'm glad to see he's being honored.
Looking forward to catching up with RV coming up this week on Pirate Radio Live. We'll also talk to former Pirate Bryce Harmon, who is in the scouting game. He is scouting for the Philadelphia Phillies. Saw him last week at Clark LeClaire Stadium. And great to catch up with these guys. Bryce Harmon looks like a grown man. When he came up to me, I did not recognize him. I didn't know who he was. He looks like he's my uncle or something. He is a big dude. But got to see him, Brian. It's always cool to run into these guys, 6-7 years after they play here.
And, usually when you run into them, they're so appreciative of what, the coverage that they got from you, from all of us at Channel 9 and everything. And they think back, very positively about their experiences and just all the fun that they were able to have. And, I think when they're in the middle of it, you really don't realize it until you get out of it and take a look back. But all those guys are just and I miss them. I love covering those guys. They're always, really nice and have a good time. And so, but you're right. He's a grown man.
How about Burley making opening day roster for the Cardinals? That is huge for him, Bailey. And we've watched, Connor Norby play some spring training with the O's, and Gavin Williams on the rise. Just a ton of these guys moving on up through the minors, and just tells you what this baseball program has been this last decade or so.
And there's another Pirate starting the year in AAA. Do you know who that is? For the Iowa Cubs.
Well, if it's a Cubby, it's got to be the man behind the dish, Jake Washer.
Exactly. Macon, his girlfriend, interned for me last year, and sweet girl, and she's working now in West Virginia. I think it's Bridgeport, West Virginia. But she's doing really, really well, and she sent me a text and said he's going to start the year at Iowa, the Cubs. 2 catchers, and he's one of them in Iowa, so that's good.
And, of course, we molded Macon into what she is today when she was a Pirate Radio intern.
Yeah, you guys screwed her all up, and I got her straight.
But that is awesome to hear. Jake Washer, he's a great guy as well, and is already, like a lot of these guys, giving back. He does these camps, these Down East camps with Ryan Meadows and the coaches, Bailey, these last few years, so that's really cool to see.
It really is, and giving back, and again, very appreciative of what they had when they were here and trying to give back. It's really cool.
BB, what you guys got coming up on WNCT TV this week?
Well, we got Pro Day coming up tomorrow, so we got to be out there at 10 a.m. for that. Looking forward to that, seeing all the guys. Then we got the Wilmington game Tuesday night. That's at home, so that'll be good. Wednesday, we got the Great Shave Off to get rid of these mustaches. So that's always a fun day, fun time, and I know that's the first part of the week, and we'll see what the week brings after that. All
right, Bailey, before we let you go, third chance with the Final Four San Diego State versus FAU. Who you got?
I'm taking Virginia. I think they got a chance now.
Okay, you're going to take Virginia in that one, and then you want to take ECU in the second game?
I'll take Virginia in the second game. It'll be the Cavaliers. Now, I have no idea. I would probably venture to say UConn's playing the best basketball, so I would take UConn, and that's going to just jinx them. I would take UConn to win it all, and San Diego State, I guess. I think Florida Atlantic, at some point, they got to think, like, man, we're just happy to be here.
I tell you what, they got, however you want to say it, they do not get scared of the moment. They look like the calmest team ever when you see them on the court in these big moments. So
seasoned veterans. I mean, that's what it takes.
And they're young. Like I'm reluctant to say, they're going to bring everybody back, but they could if they could bring the coach and all the players into Minji's next year as like a top 15 team. So we'll see.
Wow, that'd be fun.
All right, BB, enjoy the man.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Check out the Brian Bailey Show coming up at 6 o'clock as he talks some ECU football with the new coach, Alan Mogridge, the offensive line coach of the ECU Pirates. A great football discussion. And if you missed it earlier, you can check it out at 6 o'clock right here on Pirate Radio. When we return, we'll wrap up Hour 2. Coming up Hour 3, we got Josh Moylan joining us, coming off a home run, a rare center field home run at Clark LeClaire Stadium on Sunday. We'll talk about that. The sweep, what transpired earlier in the week, and more. And he probably won't want to talk about Lamar Jackson, but I'll ask him about that too. That and a giveaway coming up Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. A lot more to go. Back with you after this.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Saturday, April 8th, the NC Strutmasters Championship is back, presented by Leopold and coming back to Farmville. Turkey hunters from all over the country are headed east to put their skills to the test, and the top scoring birds will win big cash prizes up to $30,000. Plus live performances by Nate Hosey and the Carolina Treat Band. A weigh-in will be held at R.A. Wood Farms, 39 Vanderford Thomas Road in Farmville, North Carolina. Registration is now open for two-man teams at ncstrutmasters.com. Brought to you by Sam Jones Barbecue, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine, Mossy Oak, Spring Hill Outfitters, Carolina Caliber, Mossberg, Doug Henry of Farmville, and Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Deadline to register is April 3rd, or the first 165 teams. And we'll see you there for the NC Strutmasters Championship.
This is Dr. Anthony Skalick from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes of ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com and go Pirates.
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
Yo, ho, you're listening to Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Or are you curious about the current real estate market? Or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have a real estate question, Scott has answers. Give him a call today at 347-1857. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Josh Moylan going to join us here in a few minutes. We'll open up the booty bag, make you a winner in Hour 3 as well. As far as I'm concerned, the NCAA tournament is over. I've won the bracket challenge. I'm wearing the net. I am a champion. Going into Saturday, I had 5 correct picks in a row in the tournament, which I've been keeping up with the entire time. But then on Saturday, I went 0-2. I lost the future that I had in Gonzaga. And then on Sunday, I lost the last future I had remaining on Texas. So I was super bummed this weekend. The tournament is over, and I'll see you next year as far as that goes. The women's tournament rolls on. Coming up tonight, you've got South Carolina at 35-0, taking on Maryland as the 1 and 2 seeds meet there. Virginia Tech, Coach Mack will be on the radio call for the Hokies when they take on Ohio State, and that is coming up at 9 o'clock tonight. South Carolina, Maryland at 7. As they look to advance to the Final Four. A lot of Caitlin Clark talk, Shirley?
Yes, Caitlin Clark is basically the female Stephen Curry right now.
41 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists in Iowa's win over Louisville. They scored 97 points in their victory. We saw Miami's men make it to the Final Four. Their women... their season comes to an end. They lose to LSU, to the coach with the flamboyant outfits.
Oh, yeah. And you know how we talked about it on Friday?
Yes.
About that jacket with the pink feathers? It was like later that evening, I think I was watching highlights or something, and they showed the coach, and I got an up-close look at that jacket. That jacket, by the way, hideous. Absolutely hideous. It was like this weird... floral pattern that you would probably see like your grandmother wear,
like curtains maybe.
Yeah, like floral
curtains.
Pattern curtains. That's what the jacket looked like it was made out of, and then it had these bright neon pink feathers that were kind of striped down the sides. It was hideous.
What is her name? Why can't I think of her name?
Mulkey is her last
Kim
name?
Mulkey.
Kim Mulkey.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was escaping me too. So.
Well, she's in the Final Four. We'll see what she wears in the Final Four coming up later on. So there's that's what's going on. The Buccaneer Music Hall Scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Not following NBA because the Hornets are awful, but they swept the Mavericks this season. They just beat them twice, and now
in 3 days,
everybody is saying what is wrong with Luka and Kyrie and the Dallas Mavericks. So, way to go, Hornets.
The funny thing about that is not only did the Hornets get the win the other night, but Kyrie Irving had a fan kicked out.
Oh, yeah.
And I sent the video.
It wasn't me, by the way. The guy in that Redskins hat was not me.
Yes. But I did send that to former Pirate Radio intern and Charlotte sports fan Atticus. And I said, I'm surprised it wasn't Purple Shirt Guy. And I then went, wait, what is up? Like, where's that guy right now? Like, we need a life update from Purple Shirt Guy.
I hate Purple Shirt Guy. He's the guy that, for some reason, decided to get in Dwayne Wade's ear in a game where Charlotte could have clinched their first playoff series win in the millennium, and Dwayne Wade goes off because this guy's chirping him, this idiot, wearing a headband and Purple Shirt Guy courtside. And the Hornets haven't been close to advancing since. So thank you, Purple Shirt Guy. All right, let's take a break. When we return, Josh Moylan will join us. We'll see if he wants to dive into the big NFL news going on today. And we'll talk about his home run to center and the other things that happened this week with him and with Pirate Baseball, coming off a sweep over George Mason. Got UNCW coming up Tuesday at Houston this weekend. If you have a question for Josh Moylan, you can get it in on Facebook and YouTube or Twitter as well. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. We're back with Hour 3 after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. Jeff, what can you do for people looking for a new vehicle in 2023?
We can show the people the #1 selling car in the region, the Buick Encore, the Encore GX, the Envision, and the Buick Enclave. We've also got Cadillac dominating the market with the XT4, XT5, and XT6, and we continue to get new GMC Sierra trucks in daily. Please come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. They're open every day and have live music every night, along with 18 big screen TVs to watch all your favorite sporting events. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesdays, it's line dancing. Thursday night is the dance party with DJ Kid Scene. And live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for more information on scheduled events, and we'll see you at the Buck.
All right, it's that time of year again. Let's take a look at what's going on in the Wings Over Greenville brackets.
In the sauce region, we have the top-seeded Honey Barbecue getting the win over Hot Garlic.
In the Wings region, Tenders defeats Traditional in a nail-biter.
In the sandwich region, the Chicken Bacon Ranch Wrap knocks off the Buffalo Chicken Sandwich.
And who will win the greatest rivalry of them all, Ranch versus Blue Cheese? You decide.
Try them out for yourself. Give them a call today at 758-9464 or place your order online at wingsover.com.
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with 0 interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
Get lucky this month at your CBD store. Make them your go-to shop for all natural sleep, calm, recovery, and wellness products. Our trusted products are award-winning, third-party tested, and only available at your CBD store. New gifts and accessories are also in stock. Stop by and take a look. Get $10 off any purchase over $65. Just mention the code GETLUCKY10. So get lucky this month at your CBD store. Open 7 days a week. Call ahead for pickup at 999-5127. Your CBD store, 420 East Arlington Boulevard, beside Duck Donuts.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that I want to say.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has been the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. At Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. They will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Players Lounge Monday, presented by Delcor. The service professionals can help you out. If you have HVAC and plumbing needs, you can call 321-8868 or visit delcorinc.com, and they will get you taken care of right away. And joining us now inside the Pirate Radio studios, ECU first baseman Josh Moylan here on the Players Lounge. Josh, good to see you. How you doing, man?
Good to see you. I'm glad to be back in here. I always enjoy our chats, so I'm pretty fired up.
We'll talk some Pirate baseball. It's a bad day for Josh and I to go to ESPN.com's NFL page because earlier today, the top story, even just if you go to ESPN.com, was how Washington's NFL franchise sank on and off the field under Dan Snyder. But luckily, that has been moved off the headlines because now it's Lamar Jackson. And Josh, the Ravens fan, came out today that Lamar Jackson requested a trade earlier this month. How you handling things, Josh?
Well, when you first brought it up, I didn't see the big headline up top. I saw the Washington ones. There was a part of me that was a little happy to see that, I guess. But then now you're pulling this one up, I'm not in a very good mood.
Yeah, and I want Washington to give Baltimore whatever the heck they want to get Lamar Jackson because I just would love a stable quarterback at the helm. But interested to see what happens with Lamar. Does this happen before the draft? Could it be a draft night move? That would make things really exciting. But looks like, I don't know, it looks like the Ravens might have to go a different direction at QB.
I mean, honestly, I'm kind of hoping it is a draft night move because maybe we'll get some more out of that. If we just go with a straight-up trade, I don't know how much we'll really get, but we'll see. It's going to be interesting.
And you've been, I don't know about blessed with the Packers. They have had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers my entire football watching life just about. With you guys had Flacco, who's a Super Bowl winning quarterback who was never looked at as like a top 5 in the league probably, but you like Flacco, right? He gave you a chance to win every year.
We'll always love Joe Flacco.
Yeah. So you probably haven't experienced life without a quarterback like myself and like Chandler has since Cam Newton fell off the map years ago. It's not a good place to be, Josh. I'm going to tell you.
No, I'm not going to be happy with that trade, but we'll hopefully we find somebody that we can plug in, but I doubt it.
And you got a good head coach, a good culture, so the Ravens will probably be just fine, no matter what they got. All right, good coach and a good culture with ECU baseball, that's fair to say, as the Pirates continue their winning ways over the weekend, taking 3 from George Mason. And let's start with the pitching again, Josh. 3 runs allowed on Friday, 1 on Saturday, and no runs scored for the Patriots on Sunday. The pitching just continues to be phenomenal for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, those 3 guys, our starters, they've been lights out all year. And, I mean, Josh Groves coming out, having another just tremendous start, no runs. I know we didn't play the full game because of weather, but honestly, I think he might have ended up going the distance there. But, yeah, shout out to those guys, just been dominant all year, and it's fun to play behind them.
I joked with Josh after the game yesterday because last weekend he is rolling pretty good. He gets into the 8th. He has those 2 walks, and he said if it wasn't for those 2 walks, if he could have got out of the 8th, he thinks he would have gone the distance. Yesterday, absolutely cruising, and then the rain starts, and he's unable to get that complete game shutout. But he's going to get it eventually. Yesterday was out of his control because he certainly was going for 9 innings strong with no runs scored. And another thing he did yesterday was make y'all's job really easy. How many 3 up, 3 downs where you guys head out there to the field, head right back into the dugout?
I mean, honestly, he couldn't have picked a better day to have those 3 up, 3 downs. We got all the innings we needed to get in to have it be a registered game, I guess. But, yeah, I mean, he was awesome yesterday, and we really didn't have to do much on the defensive end because he was, striking guys out or getting some easy fly balls, but he was dominant again.
And Jacob said you guys did acknowledge that before the game that, hey, there might be some weather rolling in. We can't do our normal let's score a bunch late. Let's go ahead and get them early, get a lead, and you guys were able to do that yesterday.
Yeah, no, it was good. We came out with that kind of aggressive mentality, which I think moving forward is the one we need to keep. But, yeah, I mean, Coach said it before the game. We needed to get 5 innings in to have it as a complete game, so we went out and just tried to do as much as we could early.
Talking to Josh Moylan, I mentioned this to the pitchers last week. The first base to pitcher exchange on those ground balls when they're covering first is a thing of beauty, and Carter and the guys said y'all practice that a lot. We saw a beautiful one, I think, with Carter and Cam Clonch on Saturday, but you guys make that look so easy, but a lot of work goes into that, right?
Oh, that's pretty much every day at practice, whether it's us just catching ground balls in BP and flipping to a guy standing by the bag, or whether we're actually taking time out of practice to practice it. But, yeah, it's a lot of work, but, thankfully it looks good on the field.
Let's talk about your glove, Josh, because I finally asked Garrett about his big green glove and what the deal is with it, and he said he saw it, he liked it, he got it. So this particular glove you're using this year, how long have you used it?
So the first baseman I'm using now is actually JC's first baseman. When they originally had him here, they had him at first base for a little bit, and then they moved him to the outfield. And mine ended up kind of blowing up on me last year. Laces popped, and thing was a mess. So I asked him, hey, can I use that? Because it was broken in, and I didn't have one that was ready to be used. And then ever since then, I've been using it. So kind of beginning of last year I got it, and I've just been using it since.
Do you like one that's kind of worked in and weathered a little bit as opposed to a new glove?
Yeah, I've been trying to break one in recently. It's all tan, actually. It looks pretty cool. But I do like the one that's a little broken in. I like the pocket especially. I want the pocket loose, but the rest of the glove kind of firm, which is exactly how I have that one now.
All right. So are you, superstitious? Would you work in a new glove mid-season, or how are you going to handle that?
I've been telling myself I'm going to use that one until it blows up like the last one, because honestly, that glove's been good to me. I don't want to mistreat it switching to another one.
There you go. Treat it right. Josh Moylan joining us. If you have a question or comment for Josh, you can get that in now. And I was going to get to this, but I thought Kenny did it in a pretty creative way. He said, ask Josh what degree he's getting. It must be in engineering and is taking drafting classes, because that was a perfect line that he drew. That's an interesting way to bring up what went down against Campbell during the midweek. So, first of all, Josh, did you know you could get ejected from a game after the game was over?
Honestly, that was a bit of a surprise to me. But to answer the first part of that question, I'm a communication major, so I guess the line was kind of lucky where the placement was. But I thought I saw the pitch there, so honestly, I shouldn't have done that. But that's what it did. Yeah,
and you paid the price for it with a 2-game suspension. And Cliff Godwin is always going to look after his guys and defend you guys. And he was rung up and got a game as well. But, yeah, just one of those things, heat of the moment deal. You do it. You pay the price, and move on?
Yeah, I mean, especially in a rivalry game like that, you hate to see the game end that way. But, you know, I just like you said, I kind of let the emotions, they were all flowing, and I let it get the best of me, and shouldn't have done that. But, you know, moving forward, obviously it won't happen again. But, you know, it's something we learn from, and just keep moving forward.
Yeah. So what, and JC said you had a role with the team on Saturday and Sunday. He was talking to you about his at-bats. You were charting things, involved in it. So what was what were you doing on Friday and Saturday when you couldn't be in the lineup?
Yeah, so, you know, Friday, obviously just charting down, Friday and Saturday, just charting down kind of every pitch of the game. But I'm not allowed to talk to the guys during the game. So it was after the game, you know, kind of run the guys through what I saw, you know, what to expect, kind of the next day thing. And yeah, it was just about it. Just sat there, watched the game, got to enjoy 2 baseball games on TV, and also helped the team out just a little bit.
And you helped him out on Sunday as well, a home run to center. And I love the majestic shots that, you know, you pull to right field and you know right when you hit them that they're gone. Is it a different feeling when you hit one to center? Do you have to kind of watch it? Do you not know if it's gone or not?
Well, I was busting my butt out of the box there. I was looking for a triple because I saw him turn around. I was like, oh, I got one here. And then it just kept kind of going and found its way out. But I put a good swing on it. Honestly, I thought he might have got a little inside my bat on me. I felt like I didn't really get it all, but then I saw it go, and I was like, all right, maybe I did. And then halfway to second, I saw the umpire putting his hand up. I was like, there we go, I'll take that. So originally thought it was, you know, double, triple, but I'll take that.
JC said he's never hit one to center, even in BP, even in practice. So how about you? How many to center have you hit?
I usually kind of like that left center is about the closest I'll get. I think it's the first one that was really center field. With BP, you know, I've hit the batter's eye a couple times. I think he might not be giving himself as much credit as he should, but yeah, it's tough going to the deep part of the park.
Yeah, you got to hit those a long way. As one of the commenters said earlier, that's where balls go to die, center field of Clark LeClaire Stadium. But you got a hold of that one. Of course, home runs are no big deal. Barini and Hoover are hitting bombs too. So.
Oh, no. When I was watching that game and Hoover hit his, I was like, oh, man. I know. I was in there with Coach. He started going nuts, and that's just so cool for that guy. You know, he might hit a couple in BP, but I think that's his first one since, 2020 they said?
Yeah, I think second in his career, first since then.
That's awesome for a guy like Hoover, especially. You know, he's got some family stuff going on, so that was really cool. And then Joey Barini, man, Shaq just put a great swing on that ball. It was up-out fastball. Just put a perfect swing on it. So kudos to those guys. Some good swings.
We had somebody ask earlier, before I forget, I'll ask you about nicknames. And Shaq has something to do with the shoes, the cleats he was wearing one day. Can you refresh us on that story real quick?
So we were kind of running low on practice cleats. So Joey had to go in there and try to find a pair that fit him. And the only ones they had were the real tall, kind of Shaq-looking ones. You know, the Shaq basketball shoes they sell. They kind of look just like him. So he ended up wearing those, and it just stuck. Started calling him Shaq.
I was a Frank Thomas fan and a first baseman growing up, and I had like the high top Frank Thomas shoes, and for a big slow guy to have those giant shoes was not a good idea. It made me even slower, but I thought I looked cool because
you gotta look the part.
I looked like a little fat white kid version of Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. So yeah, that's where the Shaq came from. Somebody else, Chris Cunningham, always has some good questions for us. He says, who was given the best nickname on the team? And he said, I'll start. Pablo for Nick DeLisi, who's got he's got kind of a cool look going there. But any other good nicknames on the team along with Shaq?
There's some kind of funny ones here and there, but JC, I think some fans were chanting JCC ago, so that kind of stuck. We've all just been calling him JCC. But actually, Josh Groves, my roommate, his gamer tag on PlayStation is Hungarian71 because his granddad's Hungarian. His dad was born in 71, so that's his gamer tag. So I just started calling him Garian, shorten up Hungarian. So
I like that.
That's pretty much all I really call him.
I heard, and JC actually gave you props for this. I thought he was trying to say you were cheating a little bit, but he said you pre-ordered MLB The Show and have already gotten some hacks and everything in. So you're getting a head start on that. Man, during COVID times, and even before then, myself and Igo and Glenn and others were in an online league, and it took all of our time up. Like that's how we got through COVID, honestly, was playing MLB The Show, Diamond Dynasty, Online Dynasty. And it's back. I hadn't played in years. I might have to get it, though. It's so much fun.
It's pretty good this year. They added all the WBC cards in there. So
oh, sweet.
It's a little crazy. Day one, everybody's got these 99 overall players, but we'll see. It should be fun.
Yeah, stacking your team on those Diamond Dynasties was really cool, really fun. And who's your favorite, like, legends to play with on the game?
I always like the Ken Griffey cards. I love just Ken Griffey in general is the man, but then seeing that swing in the game, it looks identical. They did a great job with that. So seeing Ken Griffey, but then this year they added Jeter, which is pretty cool. I have Jeter as my shortstop right now, so that's pretty cool to be able to play with him.
Are you the best show player, you think?
I don't know. Jacob Starling's pretty good. Him and I, freshman year, we were staying in the same kind of dorm area. They put us in suites, so we shared kind of one big area. But him and I would go at it, and he's pretty good at it. So I'd start giving me a run for my money.
So you say you live with Gross?
Yep.
He's got a great sense of humor, interesting guy. What's it like to live with Josh Gross?
It's very easy to live with Josh Gross, especially, you think you're having a bad day or something, you go home and you walk through the door and it's an instant joke, kind of like you said. He's just, everything with him at home, we're kind of joking around all the time, so it's awesome. He's a great roommate.
Garrian, huh?
Oh, yeah, Garrian.
All right, I'll pass that along to him next week. Speaking of which, who is the team jokester, asked John Moody.
Star might not seem like a real outgoing guy, but he's a pretty funny dude. And Ryan McChrystal actually has been this year. He's starting to talk a little more. He's really funny. So those two guys, and they happen to share lockers right next to each other. So that's those are two pretty funny guys.
McChrystal's bat is talking as well. Josh has moved him up to the leadoff man, and he has earned that spot. He is hitting the ball well since coming back into the lineup.
Oh, yeah. Ryan, I mean, obviously he had that stuff going on with his back early in the year, but, now that he's back, he's getting into a groove, and he's been rolling. It's always good, too. I think his first at-bat, nobody even knew he was supposed to be swinging that week because of all the stuff he had going on, and then comes in, hits a single, and since then he's been rolling, but it's good to have that spark plug back in the lineup.
Yeah, he kind of snuck back in. I remember this has been a few weeks ago now before he played his first game, but somebody in the press box was like, is that McChrystal taking pitches between innings? And he was out there, and I was like, I wouldn't think so, but yeah, it was. So he kind of snuck back in, and man, great to see him hitting the ball in the lineup. You guys have a bevy of catchers that can hit the ball, and we've seen a few games where they're both in the lineup, so it's good to see.
Definitely.
Chad says, everyone imagines themselves when they're growing up winning a World Series. So how did you picture yourself? Were you the pitcher that came in and closed the game? Did you make the game-ending web gem? Did you hit the game-winning homer? Interesting question, Chad. Do you have an answer for that?
Well, I've always liked the hitting side of baseball the most, so I was definitely the kid in the backyard, the 3-2 count, 2 outs, bases loaded, hitting the grand slam off my dad, pitching in the backyard. But he never really won many of those battles, but, it is what it is. But yeah, I was always the hitter in those situations.
Were you always a first baseman growing up, or what else did you play?
I played a lot of third base growing up, and then once we kind of got to the bigger diamond, it was pretty much all first base. But, yeah, I mean, I like playing wherever, but first base I'm definitely the most comfortable at now. But growing up, a lot of third.
Do you remember, like, the funnest times you've had playing baseball of, like, Little League and Showcase and everything? And like what are, I don't know, when you talk about your top 3 to 5 baseball memories, like, what comes to mind for you?
Well, I think number one for me is my first home run. I still remember that. I was 8 years old, hit one to right, and I didn't even know what to do. I was running the bases, and I'm like, oh, man, all right, that's a home run. And everybody's telling me kind of slow down while I'm running the bases. But
so 8 years old, is that like coach pitch, or is that against
That was, I think, our first year of, like, kid pitch.
Real pitching, yeah.
Real pitching.
That's pretty young to hit a dinger. So
I mean, I've always been a pretty big guy,
yeah.
So, but I think, honestly, the most fun memory I've had kind of Little League was I had a walk-off home run to win the championship of the Ripken tournament. Obviously, Cal Ripken, being from Maryland, has a big complex there. And, that was pretty cool. Dead center, I just remember I didn't know what to do with my helmet. I took my helmet off halfway to home and just kind of launched it because I was so happy. But, yeah, that was a pretty cool memory.
Is that the stadium like off I-95 or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I always pass that and wonder, so that's like for postseason Little League type
so
stuff?
They do big tournaments there. We used to just play a ton of tournaments with travel ball and all, and they actually have all replica fields. So the main field there is like a replica of Camden Yards.
That's
Then they have
sweet.
Yankee Stadium, Wrigley, which is pretty cool, and then they have I want to say Citizens Bank. They have a bunch of cool stadiums, all replica ones. So
all around that area.
Yep.
Wow.
They're all in one big almost circle. It's
okay.
Like 5 or 6 fields in one big circle, but it's really fun.
I'd like to check that out. I'll stop next time I'm on the way to Jersey. Talking to Josh Moylan today. If you have a question, comment, you can get it in on YouTube and Facebook Live. Johnny, our stats guy, says George Mason pitcher Christian, and boy, I didn't know how to say his name yesterday, so I went with how did I even say it? Maragna. Has appeared in 9 games this season. Josh Moylan, the first player to hit a home run off of him this season. So there you go, Josh.
Pretty cool.
Yep. Kenny says, who's the weatherman on the team, and do they ever tell Cliff what the forecast is?
That's usually our guys behind the scenes, Blake Hargreaves and our staff there looking at the weather. But I don't know. Coach has a way of kind of predicting the weather pretty well. He usually tells us almost to the minute when it's going to start raining. We get that tarp on, and sure enough, starts raining. So I don't know if Coach has some kind of special weather powers or something, but he's pretty close on it.
We're no strangers to delays, especially come regional and super regional time. So what do you guys do during a lengthy delay, Josh?
The lengthy ones is more just kind of hanging out. We'll sit there because we know we're going to be warming up again. But if we expect a kind of shorter one, everybody's kind of on the edge of their seat, ready to get back out there. But the other day, I think we all kind of knew that game was going to end up being called off. So we were all just kind of hanging out and waiting almost for the game's over. But, yeah, most of the time just relaxing, taking time to calm yourself down before we head back out there.
Yeah, I think on Saturday, you got pushed back 15 minutes, but you guys were able to do your normal infield and everything, right?
When it got pushed back, I don't think we took infield, outfield. That was Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't.
Oh, that's right. They just went tarp up. Okay.
We took it off and then just stretched and got out there.
So is that, oh, yeah, well, you didn't play on Saturday, so I can't ask you, but like that routine before a game, and I will say, you guys with Palumbo and everybody, it is like the cleanest infield, outfield, like in the country. Like I can't imagine another team doing it any cleaner. That you guys, like, it's almost a religion the way you guys do it to a T. It's impressive to watch.
Yeah, well, we take a lot of pride in it because for a lot of guys, especially the guys that want more playing time, like that's their chance to kind of show it. It's almost like a game environment. We're out there, jerseys on, everything, but we have guys that are all trying to fight for spots, and everybody takes pride in it. So I like the appreciation that it looks good. We're all out there just trying to do our best job out there, and I guess it turned out pretty well.
That's a great point. I noticed Dixon Williams over at third playing behind AMAC, and during the pregame, he is out there looking like he's in a game. So everybody treats it that way, and that's probably why it looks the way it does, I would imagine. Talking to Josh Moylan, got UNCW coming up on Tuesday. Do you remember anything about the first meeting with the Seahawks earlier this year?
Not too hot for us. It's just about all I remember. We left a lot of guys on base, so coming out in front of a home crowd, I don't think that'll be the same result there with leaving guys on. But should be a good game. They're a good team, and we're ready to rock and roll.
And man, that happens. It happened last week against Campbell, only scoring 1 run, but man, a lot of run scoring opportunities, and it's baseball. I remember Wilcoxon up with the bases loaded, couldn't get it done. His next at bat, nobody on. He hits a single. That's just the way it works sometimes, right?
Yeah, that's the game. You can square a ball up, it gets caught, kind of thing, or you can have one bad at bat here, and the next time you go out and hit a jack. So it's all the game of baseball, and it is crazy how it works sometimes.
That reminds me of your 4-hit day from last weekend, where you kind of just you tossed a couple up down the left field line, right?
Yeah, it all evens out. I think early in the year I was kind of hitting some balls hard. They were getting caught, and then it felt nice, drop those 2 in there for, I guess the one was technically a double.
Yeah.
I'll take that. But yeah, the game always evens itself out, so just continue to go in there, have some good at-bats.
Get a bat on the ball, and good things will happen eventually. How about the trip to Houston? What's that road trip going to be like for you guys? What do you enjoy about road trips?
I just like seeing new places. I know, Houston, obviously, we went there my freshman year, but got caught off because they had a guy on the team with COVID, so they called that off. So
after y'all had already got there.
Yeah, we got there, they called it, and then we actually inter-squatted on their field. That was, we had Carson Wisenhunt and Gavin thrown against each other in an inter-squad on their field, so that was pretty cool. But, yeah, it should be fun. First time a lot of us have played there, and I know we're fired up, ready to go to start conference play.
Man, who's tougher to hit out of that scenario, Carson or Gavin? I guess with Carson a lefty might,
Honestly, they're both they're both. I mean, I'd say they're pretty equal. But Gav having that fastball, I mean, that thing just looks different coming out of the hand. One pitch, it'll stay right there. The next one is taking off on you. But especially Wiz, that left-on-left changeup, not many guys are throwing that, and he's throwing it at a really high level. So, both those guys are tough. I don't know if I'd choose to hit off either one.
Landon Gunn showed some heat this weekend as he was able to throw for the first time. He looked good.
Oh, yeah, he looked really good. And I was actually sitting there. That was right towards the end of the game. I'm sitting there watching on the iPad we had set up for me. And, man, he did look good. That fastball was good. And then he was dropping some kind of slider-looking thing at like 89 every time. I'm like, man, that thing is nasty. But, yeah, Tony went out and had a good time.
So JC said that Savage owns him, basically. He said his numbers against him lifetime are terrible. How about you? Who's the toughest pitcher to hit off of in the inter squads and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I think Trey, when obviously he's been on this year, but when he is on in inter squads, he is nasty. But Josh Groves, he's had this weird ability to drop those backdoor sliders on me, which honestly, off him, that's tough because I'm usually on heater with him because he's got a good one. But yeah, I think both those guys are tough at bats. But yeah, I mean, honestly, all our pitchers are, when they're on, they're good. So, but I'd say those two are probably the toughest ones.
Josh Moylan joining us here inside the Pirate Radio studios. Let me see. I think we had maybe a couple other questions. Somebody asked about the best MLB team you've ever seen. Line up. That's a good question. I have to think of that myself.
All right, I'm sitting here thinking.
I would go back a little further than you, probably to those Yankees teams in the
the
90s, I guess.
Yankees. Yeah, I mean, I think honestly the Phillies this year could be one of those teams where you look at it and you're like, all right, these guys are special. But honestly, that's tough. Of all time, that's pretty tough. I'm also not old enough to really know some of the great teams, but.
So you're an O's guy?
I am.
Okay. We're talking some O's baseball with Mark Brown from CamdenChat.com later this week, as we do carry O's games. So if you're out and about during an O's game, tune in to Pirate Radio. You can hear play-by-play Josh. And they had, I guess you'd say, a surprising, maybe an overachieving season last year, which gives you kind of, hope that they might have something good this year.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, last year, just like you said, I don't think anybody expected us to do that, and then went out, had a great season, and honestly almost made a playoff push at the end, but just a little too far behind. But I think this year will be a good year.
Cedric Mullins, North Carolina guy, homering for Team USA. That was cool to see. Did you watch the World Baseball Classic at all?
I did. Yeah. That Japan-USA game to end it was pretty crazy, and then you get to see Ohtani and Trout, probably the two best in the game right now, going at it for the last out of the game. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, awesome stuff. All right, Josh, we'll let you get back to work. Thanks for joining us, man. Pirates at home on Tuesday, and then on the road, conference opener coming up this weekend at Houston. We appreciate you joining us, and you'll be back doing more media stuff later tonight, right? So,
yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks, man. There's Josh Moylan joining us. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll hear more from ECU Spring Ball. Got some interviews to give you from Saturday's scrimmage. We'll also be out there Tuesday for ECU Pro Day, as Holton Ahlers, Isaiah Winstead, CJ Johnson, Keaton Mitchell, and others will have an opportunity to impress the scouts. So we'll talk about that too when we return. Pirate Radio Live, back with you after this.
I don't want to lose your love tonight. I ain't got many friends left to talk to.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest-free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growitpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. PIP, where business goes to grow.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
At US Cellular, you can get one line for just $29.99 with unlimited data, which is good news for you, friendly hermit who shuns society and lives in a cabin all by himself.
Wow, thanks. You know, you'd be surprised how much data a hermit goes through.
Actually, I'm not that surprised at all. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Artemy, yo ho, yo ho, it's Pirate Radio.
Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients in Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. I think I'm supposed to tell you this off the air, Chandler, but I'll just remind everybody who won the Pirate Radio Bracket Challenge this year. You need to take a picture of me posing with the net for the YouTube thumbnail, because I'm the bracket champion. All right, moving on. Y'all don't seem very impressed. All right? Y'all seem angry. Would it be weird if I didn't win? You know what I mean? Like, I'm supposed to win, right? I'm supposed to know what I'm doing when it comes to sports and college basketball. Now nobody's going to talk to me. Fine. I'm enjoying the
Hey,
Chandler.
I'm enjoying the bit.
Let's get to some audio. You remember last year when I say the words "get gone"? What does that make you think of?
Keaton Mitchell.
Keaton Mitchell became an ECU baseball super fan. Well, we got a new one on the football team this year.
Jerry Rice.
Folks, if you missed it earlier, Jerry Rice has committed to play football at ECU. Of course, he is a kicker from VMI, and his name is Jerry Rice.
18-year-old boy.
Yes. The new super fan on the football team, Deontay Johnson. Remember his videos? Who was it that hit a home run that he was saying?
Cam Quanch.
Is it Cam? Okay.
I think it was Cam Quanch because I think they're buddies.
Yeah, he was on the right field fence in the jungle saying, my boy's about to hit a home run. I told you. Had a great video. And Deontay Johnson talked to the media after Saturday's ECU spring football scrimmage. Shirley, can we hear that, please?
Well, how do you think it went out there first scrimmage of the spring?
First scrimmage, it's going to be a few hiccups, but I feel like that was the first test to see, like, it was separate the men from the boys. I feel like both sides of the ball responded. Offense made a few good plays. You know what I mean? Defense, we just got to get off the field on third down.
Sometimes the defense can be ahead of the offense first scrimmage. It seemed like it was fairly even today. Is that competition kind of good? Does that get you guys going?
I'd rather it be neck and neck than us just dogging them or them just dogging us. So I feel like we got great competition out there today.
How does that competition help make you better?
Man, I literally, everything I do, I compete. I love to play the game, you feel me? Either class, we doing little games. I just like to compete. And then with a group of guys I'm in here working with, I know for a fact, like, we on the same mission. So if we compete, I know we all going to get better together.
Internally on the defense, there's been a lot of change in leadership. How have you responded to that?
Just next guy up. If you feel like you could just take that role and be a leader, then do it. But don't just overrule your power, you know what I mean? But we got a lot of guys that's bought into this program, and I respect them all.
The defensive line room, I mean, you guys have been here. Y'all kind of came in together.
Yeah.
What's that bond like where y'all kind of grown together and reached this point?
We literally do everything together. Like right now, I'm about to shower and go to one of my teammates' house. We do everything together. I love them guys, man. And there's like no drop off. So every day we go in there, you got to bring your A game. Because if not, you could be the two. You feel me? So every day is just that's really where the competition at in that D-line room.
And obviously y'all rotate a lot.
Yeah.
There's no hard feelings, right?
No, definitely not. Because we know there's no drop off, and we know everybody on the same mission. And you feel me? Everybody can do the same thing that the other one doing. We all got different attributes, but we all know how to do our game plan.
What's it like going up against Hampton Urkel at center? Y'all are two pretty big boys.
Yeah, that's my dog. It's great work. I respect her. We get good work. That's my dog.
Coach said, there was a lot of stuff you guys looked at on defense from last year to this year. What's some of the stuff the defensive line, kind of circled that you had to step up a notch, I guess?
Just being aggressive all the time. Like, we switched a few, like, fundamental things up. But other than that, it's just being aggressive all the time, not flipping the switch on and off, keeping that joker on.
All right, quite a personality and quite a player, Deontay Johnson, there after the scrimmage on Saturday. When we return, we'll hear from Jack Powers, as well as the Gunn Show. Marlon Gunn, cut that music off, Shirley, because it's time for booties.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, Shirley Rhodes, what are you going to weigh on this Monday?
How about lunch for two at Tiebreakers?
All right, lunch for two at Tiebreakers. You might see me there with my winnings from the Pirate Radio Bracket Challenge. Shirley, what caller?
I'm going to do with caller 8.
Caller 8, 317-1250. You can be a winner. And we'll have more for you when we return on Pirate Radio Live on a Monday after this.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com. Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome to Russell's Spring Style. Our screen door says welcome to a beautiful selection of new apparel for men and women. The spring colors are bold and beautiful, just in time for vacation and Easter. Men, make your next suit or sport coat purchase easy with in-house alterations to assure a great fit. Ladies, it's Russell's for the best selection in dresses, tops, and slacks for most any occasion. Russell and Rhonda work hard to make Russell's in downtown Washington your shopping destination. It's all about you, our friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
This is Talbot Green, and I'm excited to announce our new partnership with Integrity Home Mortgage. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offer over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 2085516.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
This is Dr. Chris Barsani from Orthopedic Season Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injuries or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedic Seats provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
Pirate Radio.
Being a part of the program, being a student athlete at ECU, they are going to be very much in the spotlight.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. To get the business services that are right for your business today, contact the team of experienced local bankers at First Bank. The team includes bankers you can trust like Ashley Capps, Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nesbitt. First Bank, together with their customers, are creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. And congratulations to Mac Hodges of Washington. Got lunch for two at Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers in Greenville at Bells Fork and in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, congratulations, Mac. I think I'm going to do Tiebreakers for dinner. Y'all know what I did for breakfast?
Oh, I know what we did for breakfast.
Country Mart had
Heck
some
yeah, we
awesome
did.
breakfast for us this morning. That was awesome to walk into the office and see. So, had a sausage dog and put it inside of a cheese biscuit, and my day was good from there.
There's nothing like a little fatback to start your day.
I think I had way too much fatback.
I talked to the owner of Country Mart at AJ's a few weeks ago, and we were just talking, and I talked about how much I like this food, and he said, "Who's the girl in there that likes the fatback so much?"
That'd be me.
That's Shirley.
That would be me.
She loves that fatback. Yes,
Yep.
sir. Yes,
Yep,
she does.
I sure do.
So y'all got a hold of that earlier today?
Oh, yeah.
Good
Oh,
for
yeah,
you.
that was I didn't even bother, when I got here, because there's things I have to do right when I get here in the morning. As soon as I walked through the back door, I hung a left, hit the box.
Amazing. Mondays are tough sometimes. Amazing how much a good breakfast from Country Mart can brighten up your Monday and not just start your Mondays off right, but kind of get the whole week started off right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially if you eat a sausage dog that's a little spicier than you were expecting.
Had a little kick.
Yeah, that thing that gave me a swift kick in the pants this morning.
I remember coming into the studio right before my sales meeting this morning, and I remember looking to the left. This is before they even Jonathan had sent out a text saying that there is Country Mart. I was like, what's that pizza box doing right there? So, of course, me being nosy, the nosy person that I am, I went over there and opened it up, and it was like, the light coming out of it, and like, yeah. So I was very happy to see that. I was like, I hope that this is for us here at Pirate Radio, and it was.
And
Thank you, Country Mart.
Man, that was great. All right, let's hear more from the players on Saturday following the ECU spring football scrimmage. Let's hear from Powers, Jack Powers, as he spoke with the media following Saturday's scrimmage.
Jack, how do you feel like you went out there today?
I think it was good. A lot of physical play out there. As always, the first scrimmage of spring, they're going to have a lot to improve on, and spring ball in general. So I think the team's looking forward to going back, watching film, and correcting that, and getting a little prettier for the spring game.
For you, this spring without Jeremy obviously practicing, how much is your role maybe increase in practice, whether it be leadership, snaps, and just how much is your role kind of taking off?
I think it's increased for sure, but I also think I'm ready for that. I'm going into my 6th season, so I've seen great leaders along the way, back in my old school and here with the last year's team. So the role's increased for sure, but I think I'm ready for it, and I'm enjoying being out there more and enjoying really having a part in building this culture of this team.
Coach said, the defense carrying from out there into here. What did you see out there today as far as that, getting after it?
I think we started off right, but I think there is a lot to improve on. I think our standard's a lot higher than in previous years. And with the experience that we have on this defense, maybe not all playing together, but the experience we have in college ball, I think our expectations are a lot higher. So I think I speak for the whole defense when I say, we're looking forward to getting back in there, fixing our mistakes, and coming out next week with something to prove.
Year 2 for you, how much more comfortable are you now in this defense versus this time last year?
Night and day. My preparation hasn't really changed, and I take a lot of pride in that and watching film and being in my playbook. But as far as going out there and maybe last year where I might second-guess myself, might be a little slow on a read, I feel like I'm playing a lot faster out there now and just going full speed, which I love.
There is Jack Powers from Saturday. Let's hear one more interview. How about the Gunn show? Marlon Gunn. Mike Houston, excited about him getting even better from year 1 to year 2. We saw him on the field. Looked great at times last year for the Pirates, and looking forward to an encore in 2023. Here's what he had to say on Saturday.
Marlon, how do you feel like you went out there today?
Well, coming out this morning, had a good night rest. Had a good meal this morning, a good bagel this morning, so everybody was well rested. We ate, and we came out with it on our mind. Coach preached ball security, don't let the ball hit the ground. So everybody came out with it on their mind. Just came and attacked the day. We got to be ready for whatever the defense throw at us.
It seemed like a pretty good day for the running backs. I know you had a few big runs, and how fun was it to see Javius and Gerald have some big runs too?
I'm coming in, Javius being so young, just seeing him go against the more experienced guys, I'm proud of him because I remember I was in those shoes at a point in time. I just tell him, I try to coach him up, slow the game down, go too fast, but hey, his adrenaline going, he ready to go. And Gerald, he's a big-time player. He's going to be a big-time player for us. You know, when Rod comes back, you know, we all gonna be good. So if they gonna be tired of us, then they gonna be tired of them too, because we're gonna wear the defense down. If we keep running like that, we're gonna wear the defense down every time.
What's the competition like, the defense out there in practice?
Oh, every day we going at it. Every day, no matter if it's third, tag, live, we going at it, because that's only making everybody better. You know, offense can't be going 100%, defense can't be going 70%. Everybody got to go 100 every time. That's only gonna make us better.
Coach Houston said from day one he wants to run the football. Is that something that you guys, you know, if you have 2 or 3 good running backs, you know you're all going to get a shot at it?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody splitting the carries, you know, and then it ain't just, you know, we all going. Like I said, 100%. We all chasing that 1%. So it's just like, if we get, you know, a good yardage, the first back get a good yardage, then the second one coming right back with it. We can't, you know, got to stack. You got to be consistent. You can't just, you know, be, you know, a downfall. You got to keep it going. You got to stack it.
What's it like as a teammate to watch Rodgers come back?
Playing with Rod was, you know, like just watching him go through, you know, his steps. He coaching me up. You know, he a good teammate. He's a good leader on and off the field. Like no matter where we at, what we doing, he always, you know, making the right decisions. You know, never know who's watching. So he's a great guy. I love watching Rod. I can't wait till he get back. I'm excited.
Last year, I didn't think you were probably still in high school at this time as a freshman. So like, as you look forward, how much you've grown from this time last year to now, how much have you grown?
I've grown a lot. Like when I came in June, like my mom was telling me, like, you got to come in with it on your mind. Like you can't go out there and play, like you got to work for whatever. So then fall camp came, I'm like, I got to work. Like I just got to work. So that's all I came in with, the mentality, like I got to work. I can't let nobody beat me. And then when we out there tackling, I can't go down. Like you can't go down, you got to run hard, just run. And that's what it was.
Confidence-wise, did you kind of feel like grow from last year, having success during your freshman season, and now kind of take that to the next level?
Oh yes, sir. Like a lot of those big runs, I actually slowed down, learned the game, watching the film, you know, seeing what I could have did better, and I'm actually going out there and doing it instead of just running to the first thing I see, like false daylight. You know, you're actually taking your steps, reading, and then hitting your landmark and bursting through the hole.
All right, there is Marlon Gunn. I am excited about these Pirate running backs, and Mike Houston came in here from day one, wanted to run the football. He's certainly got his backs now. Can the O-line hold up? Can Mason Garcia in the passing game do enough to open up holes for the run game? But, man, I love hearing Marlon Gunn there say that we're going to be wearing teams down with all the talented backs they have in the arsenal. They're going to be wearing teams down in the fourth quarter and hopefully running to a Pirate victory in fourth quarters in 2023 and beyond. We'll take a timeout, come back, get ready to wrap up today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. Jeff, how can you help people with service in 2023?
We continue to offer free pickup and drop-off for the customers, and our customers' time is valuable. So we've added 3 additional Express Lube technicians to reduce wait time. That's our #1 goal for 2023. And please don't forget, we service all makes and models. We're voted #1 in Greenville by the customer. Come see us at 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Bud Light was brewed to be delicious and easy to drink beer, even when little things in life are hard, like when you're working late and happy hour has already started, but you're about to clock out and head over. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local retailer today. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Greetings, friends of Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. We are currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. If you want to be part of a thriving school system that focuses on educating students, growing our employees, and promoting positive mental and physical health initiatives, we encourage you to become a part of our Pitt County Schools family to help ensure success for the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
To keep your bodies active and engaged in the activities that you love, you need a good stretch. And at Bodies in Balance, that's the mission they follow to give you the best quality of life. The team at Bodies in Balance can create a stretch or massage program that is right for you, featuring aromatherapy, hot stones, hot towels, cupping, percussion, and myofascial work at no extra cost if requested. And don't forget to mention Pirate Radio and get your first massage for $1 per minute and your first stretch free. Call today at 916-4530 and check them out online at bodiesinbalance.com. Wally's 2 Kettle Corn in Winterville is where you can find the tastiest popcorn around. Make it a movie night at home with Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. They have over 50 flavors to choose from, including classics like cheddar, caramel, and my favorite, better butter. Or try their specialty flavors such as Chicago Style, Wintergreen Mix, and MJ's Cheesecake. Wally's 2 also caters, so if you're hosting a party or event, satisfy your company with delicious popcorn. Check them out on Facebook or stop by and see Wally today on Fire Tower Road across from Sam Jones Barbecue. Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. Make it a poppin' day.
Great. It's 30 degrees in here. This is going to be a cold night.
No one's coming out this late.
I'm on firewood.
Dad! I'll put hot coals in our socks for bedtime.
Mom! Hi, I'm from Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Got an email about your heat being out?
That was me. I sent it from my phone.
I think your socks are on fire.
Call Delcor today to get a new system installed for less than $100 a month. Offer expires soon. Go to delcorinc.com. Monthly fee based on new system financing is 9.9% APR for 120 months. Call Delcor for details.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
We are Eastern North Carolina's football program. In time, we will be North Carolina's football program.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
All right, a quick look at your stock market. It was mixed today. The Dow was up 194 points, closed at 32,432. The NASDAQ was down 55. However, at 11,768. The S&P was up 6 at 3,977. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show. Here's Clip.
All righty. Thanks to Josh Moylan, Jacob Jenkins Coward, Isaiah Winstead, Brian Bailey for joining us on the program. Thanks to you for tuning in, chiming in, being a part of the show. And hopefully I'm an inspiration to you out there that maybe one day you can be a bracket champion.
Good night, everybody.
See you Tuesday, 3 o'clock. Mully, the legendary RV, Bryce Williams, and a whole lot more. Shirley Rhodes, Chan Man. We'll talk to you then. Jeff Charles, take us home.